I think this is an absolutely gorgeous place to start off a video. Unintentionally so. I ended another video you're going to be seeing in a few weeks. Like here. So that's probably why I'm here. But it's actually such a gorgeous place. By the way, my name is Calvin, also known as Romer. And this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. And today we're going to be doing the Heizhou hangout quest. But also, we have only a few days before we can actually wish on Farina. 5 days left. So I actually want to make sure that we get our wishes out with Farina. First of all, that we also have one of these. I'm willing to get out one of these. Okay, a 4-star. A 4-star character. Maybe a weapon? It's a weapon. I'll take that. I'll take that, no problem. Are you kidding me? That's no problem. Upgrade another sword I have. So here we have a bunch of wishes we can do. Now, I don't think it's guaranteed at all to get Farina. It's not guaranteed at all to get to Farina. Because we haven't even got the 50-50 yet. So there's a possibility that we could just lose out completely. But we could also get some constellations for Rosaria, which I'm also very okay with getting. What do we got here? What does one even have here? Nothing. Let's see. It's okay. Again, like, I'm not too pressed whenever we don't get stuff, because it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, you move on. You definitely move on, and you worry about other things. Okay, there's a 4-star. Hopefully another Rosaria? I mean, I'll take another Gammon. Like, I'm going to be using Gammon eventually. One of my favorite characters. You kidding me? Let's take a Gammon. Gammon, our boy. Our beautiful, beautiful boy. Miss him so much, man. Such a funny character to have around. And, like, honestly, every time he was in our group, like, he made me, like, feel so happy just because he's so cheerful. Going for tea with Gammon was one of the best things in my life. It was so good. And we have one more wish left, right? So I'm thinking that
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
we save that. No, let's not save it, because then if it's a bad wish, then it's even worse, right? Let's save the wish. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we get a... But then again, I guess it changes depending on, like... This wish would not have been the same wish. But that's fine. We didn't get Farina. Okay, so let's go and talk to Heizou. It's the story quest. Oh, it's the hangout. Yeah. So they are story quests, but they're considered hangouts. Fair enough. So I don't even know much about Heizou. I know that he is friends with Ittos, and that's about the height of what I know about him. Is he down here? I'm pretty excited. This is a whole new character. We're getting introduced to a whole new character before we go to Subaru. I'm excited. But it's going to be a missing person thing first with the detective agency. We've been here a lot in the detective agency. A whole hell of a lot.
What if the traveler is also unavailable? What am I supposed to do?
They're already thinking of us now.
Well, that's your problem. It was your choice to get into this mess.
Jesus.
Oh, but fortunately for you, it appears your savior has just arrived.
Ah, traveler. Great, you made it.
Don't worry, I'm available.
Well, it's not like you were ever really busy to begin with.
Songo? Compared to the traveler, you're the one who has too much free time.
Well, like, honestly,
No,
I don't mind. It's
I'm
fine.
very busy. I'm busy standing here.
Like, I
have
do
to
so much
stand
stuff that
here
I'm
all
not
day.
really self-conscious about not doing a lot of stuff.
Even if it's a commission you're unwilling to take, your excuse is just pathetic. Yes, that's why I've asked you to come over.
Sure.
Allow me to explain.
Go ahead.
A key member of the Tenryou Commission has recently gone missing. No one has seen them, and their whereabouts are currently unknown. The Tenryou Commission has entrusted us to find this person discreetly because it would be a hassle for them to look for this person openly for a variety of reasons.
Why is that?
Their name is...
Is this Heizou?
Kujosara.
Oh.
That's right.
What?
The general has gone missing.
Okay, that's not what I expected.
If the general was really missing, the Tenryou Commission would have flipped Inazuma on its head by now. And do you think they would only commission us for a case like that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Please ignore Songo's nonsense, traveler. In fact, the missing person's name is Shikanoin Heizou.
So that's the, so instead, the missing person is actually Heizou. So they were just playing a prank on us.
He
Okay,
works as a
fair
special
enough.
detective at the police station. Although his rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent and held in high regard by the police
So he's a
station.
police. Okay, that's I didn't know that at all. This is what's so cool about
Do they
learning about
think
these
he's
characters.
more competent than me?
Sango.
We get that you don't want to help Sango, but could you at least try not to make things more difficult here?
Or try to make things more difficult for fun, for
Sorry,
funsies.
Traveler. Even though I accepted the commission, as you can see, Sango's less than thrilled to be involved in this case.
Because the pay is too low?
Nope, not even close.
Then what's happening?
If you really want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse to deal with that brat's nonsense.
Heizou?
The only news that could make me happier than Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin
No,
has been
don't ever
missing
say that
for
about someone.
100 years.
No. Especially someone with such nice hair.
Needless to say, Sango and Heizou have a bit of a history.
So they're competitors.
Well, it's a little more serious than that. According to Sango, Heizou was an obstacle in her path to the Temple of
Heizou,
Truth.
sorry, Heizou.
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
We like yappy dogs.
Even though Heizou has a unique personality, he's actually a nice guy. Really, I've learned a lot from him.
I'm one of those people, and I've said it for especially with video games for a while. I've never been one of those people that gets annoyed by like people who are like overly excited. It's never been a thing for me that I've been like, oh, they're so annoying. They won't stop talking. I'm like always like drawn to characters who are like very talkative, very cheerful. It's never annoying to me. So I think I'll probably get along with Heizou.
So I can't just ignore this case, even if Sango doesn't approve. At the very least, I could entrust the commission to someone capable and trustworthy, like you, Traveler.
I see you're outsourcing to me.
Huh? No, it's not like that. Listen, I'll pay the entire amount originally promised by the Tenryou Commission, and I'll even personally throw in some additional funds.
Well, I dealt with someone called Sumida earlier who was not giving the right amount of pay for the job. So hopefully that's actually the right amount of pay.
I'm really hoping you can take this commission, Traveler.
I'll do it. Meet new characters, I'll do it.
If Heizou truly is in danger, I know he'll be safer with you by his side.
Yeah, I'll need more information.
Great. We've learned that Heizou had expressed interest in Watatsumi Island before he
We
disappeared.
can go there. We're friends. We have a lot of friends there.
During the war, he apparently carried out some mission on Watatsumi Island, and once the war ended, he made frequent visits to the island. I heard you have a good standing with Sango no Miya. I think it might be a good idea to use that as a starting point for your investigation.
Okay. Yep, let's go.
Well, that's about all I have to tell you. Oh, please take this commission letter from the police station. If you find Heizou, return there and report back to them.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. This is the first time we've kind of started with a missing persons quest, right? We have to go to Watatsumi Island to meet up with the people of the Song and Mia. I'm really interested to find out who this character is, because I think this directly leads also to Kuki's quest as well. When it comes to like being able to do this, you have to defeat. Oh, we need to do the interlude chapter first, which we're actually doing this week. So if we want to do Kuki, we have to do the interlude chapter. Then we can do Kuki and Yelan actually one after the other next week, and then I think we're going to do the. We have a few things. We have to do Ningguan's, Yunjin's, Baidu's. Well, it's if we get enough keys. That's the worrying thing. If we don't have enough keys, we don't have enough keys. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like if we will come back later. That's not an issue whatsoever. Because there's actually not that many hangout quests to do after this. So it might be nice to keep some of them anyway. Like Noelle's one, keep it for later. I think that'd be really cool to come back really a lot later. Yeah, but I want to do Yelan's story quest, and then wow, man, we could be going to Sumeru quicker than I thought. Also, I want to watch the summer event for Inazuma as well. So we're gonna be doing that too next week.
Oh, it's you, the captain of Swordfish 2? My name is Shibata. I'm in charge of the watch here. May I inquire as to what the captain needs?
I'm here for information about a specific individual. You tell Shibata about the commission to find Heizou.
So his name
Heizou.
is Shikanoin Heizou, huh? Yes, I'm familiar with the detective. He used to stroll around the area.
It's a beautiful area.
Her Excellency had assigned me to keep a close eye on him at the time, fearing that he would do something unpleasant. But I eventually realized that he acted more like he was on a trip or something.
All right, so he's kind of like on vacation.
Come to think of it, I believe he was recently spotted in the area east of the Sangonomiya Shrine.
Perfect.
Please feel free to go there and take a look for yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's actually very interesting, and I wondered if it's just because like there is like a text situation where they don't mind writing a bunch of text with this stuff. Oh, he's trapped. I can see the red hair from here. Look at that. It's one of the best haircuts I've seen just from drawings.
You guys, I'm nothing but a poor tourist with empty pockets. Please, you can just let me go.
No. He's joking and he's in the cage. Instantly, even though I personally will not be annoyed by it whatsoever, I know I won't. It's very funny that like you can kind of see where Sango's like, oh my god. Oh, the cage opened.
Well, look who it is.
That is such a sick design. The hair is beautiful. The hair is absolutely gorgeous. With like the headband as well, or is it just like a streak in the hair? Really great design.
I was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily. Turns out it was the distinguished traveler.
Oh yeah, distinguished? I like him. You know? Smart.
Really, I can't thank you enough.
We haven't met, but like I've definitely seen you in pictures. You know what I mean?
Of course I was aware of you long before you arrived in Inazuma.
Yeah?
Though the Sakoku decree managed to keep the country locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you.
That's really freaking cool. That's really freaking cool.
Every day, all of those little stories would come scurrying over to my desk, like files with little feet.
He is like oh, he's like a little collar. Oh my god. He has a choker. That is so cool. He has a little choker. That's so cool.
I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I wrapped up the business at hand. Who
Okay.
would have guessed that you'd show up first?
I recognize the voice in some way, but maybe I could be wrong.
I got so excited I nearly forgot to introduce myself. The name's Shikanoin Heizou, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission.
I like him.
It's a pleasure to meet you, traveler.
I like him quite a bit.
I wish you all the best on your journey through Teyvat, by the way. Huh. I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today.
So he is very confident in himself, which I like.
I've always heard that you take commissions from all kinds of people, helping everyone out with everything you can imagine. So now it's my turn to take your help, huh? Don't mind if I do.
And the two like marks under his eyes as well. This is a really just well-crafted design. Aren't you curious about who commissioned it is?
That was already obvious to me. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here.
Wait, our hearts are already at 3. Does that mean do they always start at just 3?
Because that would be the stuff of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story both travel to
I love how he's calling
Watatsumi
himself a
Island
protagonist.
by chance and cross paths as if by fate. The traveler from afar heroically rescues the weak and defenseless detective from the clutches of the ruthless Nobushi.
We did that.
Traveler, you are so dreamy.
Well, thank you. You know what? Not too bad yourself.
Unfortunately, though, I don't believe in coincidences. So, guessing you came to me on the police station's commission.
How did you know that?
I'm a detective. Can you guess what gave it away?
Being trapped. The shirt is really cool too. Did you deduce it from what I said? Did you deduce it from my demeanor? You're an oracle. Did you deduce it from what I'm wearing?
Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective. Let me ask you this. What's that your little sidekick is holding? If I'm not mistaken, it's a
Also,
commission
you saw
letter
the
from
commission
police
letter.
Station.
My little sidekick. She is...
What?
Oh, Paimon involved here.
Paimon's just here to take a look.
This is Paimon, by the way. She's like actually my best friend and mother.
And hey, who are you calling a little sidekick? Paimon was worried he might be in danger, so Paimon came to help.
Fishnet armbands as well? This is a sick design.
Why are you two staring at Paimon? Is Paimon not supposed to be here?
No, Paimon, no, you're always supposed to be here. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm also just taking a look.
Okay, Paimon's always supposed to be here.
He can look, but you can't.
Yeah!
Oh, come on. Don't be like that.
I love Paimon so much.
After all, this is the first time I've seen a voice. I must admit, I'm most intrigued.
You've seen a voice?
Huh? Voice?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you mean, Paimon? Same brain cell.
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box. I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be his voice, right?
No. Yeah, kind of, actually.
Sounds awful. Paimon's not somebody's voice. Paimon's emergency food.
No, Paimon, no, no.
No.
Oh, no.
Paimon's so upset she can't think straight. Paimon is Paimon. How dare you give Paimon such a terrible nickname?
This is so adorable. Poor Paimon. Yeah, like, you're not emergency food or just my voice box. You are Mother Paimon.
We came here to rescue you, but you actually opened
Oh,
the
he
cage
opened himself.
You're only pretending to be captured by the
Oh my
nobles,
god, he's one of
weren't
those
you?
guys.
Pretty suspicious.
Paimon's
if
already
you
gonna
ask
arrest this guy.
Paimon.
Paimon's like, you're going to jail.
Come out with it, mister. What kind of schemes are you up to?
Sheesh. For someone who says they don't want to be a voice, you sure do talk a lot.
Oh my god, no, like, she's... Paimon, you don't understand how good Paimon is, Heizou. I'd also like to know what you're doing here, Detective Heizou. Yeah, opening the cage himself is iconic, though. That's so funny. It's like when Mob in Mob Psycho takes the ropes off himself. You know, when he gets tied up by the people of, is it Black Vinegar? I could be wrong. School.
Well, let me think for a moment. Yes, all this started a long time ago, during the war.
Cool little blade as well.
Kujo Takayuki, who was head of the Tenryo Commission at the time, had secretly asked me to investigate the military capabilities of Sangonomiya.
I know I keep praising the outfit, but even like the way it's like a sleeveless shirt as well with like the collar.
But I had already grown tired of the guy for a while. So I simply treated the trip as a paid vacation. I had heard that Watatsumi Island is really beautiful. As for the mission, I thought I'd just come up with some random excuses or whatever when I reported back.
Okay.
But guess what? The first night I arrived on Watatsumi Island, I had a dream. The dream contained only one message, an echo resounding from the depths of the earth that kept ringing in my ears, saying,
Saying what? Heizou presses his lips close to your...
vital is missing on this island.
What is this? What? What? Presses his lips close to your ears and whispers something as vital is missing on this island. He knows what he's doing.
Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island. Has something evaporated into thin air? What could it be?
You know what's so funny? I thought that she was calling him annoying because he was going to be really happy. I literally looked at his pictures like, this guy's going to be the happiest go-lucky guy in the world. No, he's actually just like a freaking deviant. He's actually just like a freaking lord of like seduction.
Paimon bets it must be something delicious.
Yeah, if it is, we'll find it.
You know, because the soil of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's a shortage of food here.
Heck yeah.
Oh. Food, huh? How about you, Traveler? What do you think is missing?
Is that gonna be a question for me? Is missing music? Missing a deity? Maybe it was just a dream? Is missing Paimon? Yep.
Perhaps Watatsumi Island doesn't value your little partner as much as you do.
Well, they should. Things would get 10 times better. The war would have been over years ago if Paimon was in charge. Or maybe it would have gotten worse. Who knows?
Well, as long as the traveler still appreciates
Yeah.
Paimon, then that's fine.
This is just me and Paimon. This is our journey.
Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left this place, so I became even more intrigued. Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the divine's helping hand, which I suppose is understandable. However, if you ask me, dreams have nothing to do with the gods. Instead, they are flashes of intuition.
I always saw dreams as like unpacking the day. If it was difficult, a difficult day, you know?
It was my intuition telling
This
me
little
that
pose
there
here
was
is great.
something important about this island that, suddenly vanished.
He is like a performer in like the sense that he knows that like he's trying to like grip people with his words. He's using his words carefully. The way he's talking is very like, like as a storyteller, but like he masks it by like actually having like a conversation with us.
So I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition and investigate to see if I could come up with any compelling findings. Unfortunately, the investigation has had little progress up to this point.
Does it have to do with these Nobushi?
Who knows? I felt there was something peculiar about them, so I pretended to get captured to see if there were any leads that would surface. And that's when you showed up.
Sorry for interfering with your plan.
Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just a bunch of small fries. Besides, your arrival is much more important to me. I have a feeling you can help me find the answer to my dream. So how would you like to partner up on this one? We can work together to solve the mystery.
Sure.
Yes, of course, I understand. But let me ask one more question. Did the police station say they are looking for me because of something
I think they're just
important?
worried about you. They're worried about you a lot.
Well, then it's probably nothing major. Most likely they're short on staff or something petty like that, and they happen to remember their model employee.
Yeah, the best in the world apparently.
So since we're already here, why don't we just solve this puzzle together?
The way he's talking again, like I don't think it's like how do I say it? Like the way he's like talking with us, like he knows he's a little bit of a charmer, or maybe he's like a failed charmer in a way, but we'll see.
Once everything is settled, I'll gladly accompany you back to the police station, or anywhere else you'd like to go.
Anywhere
What do
else?
you think?
I'm curious about your dream, but it's my duty to bring you back. Your dream is really out there, so I think I should bring you back first. I think your dream is really out there. Okay, I'm curious your dream too. Let's investigate, yeah.
It's a deal then.
Oh, the
partner.
love hearts went up. Did he click his fingers and point?
So, let's get started, shall we? First, we can search the camp for clues.
Sure. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Hey, there's a flower here.
Ooh, what's the shiny thing? Oh, it's a Sango pearl.
Is that important? Let's get a look at this character from here, though. Yeah, the boots. Oh my god, the heels! I know they're not heels. They're actually like a very traditional shoe. So I'm trying to get a look at you. Sorry there. Ah, yeah, the shorts are cool too. They're really cool. Kind of like very similar to what we're wearing in a way, because I guess it is like the style of Inazuma, but like just wearing it in a different sense. I guess he prefers like the flat. We prefer the flat shoes, I guess, but still we're taller, even though we're like, I guess we're not that much taller. The hair is super cool. Oh, is that a bow in the back? Sorry, I'm trying to look at your back respectfully here. Oh, and like there's like a bracer little thing under his shirt. That's really neat. His vision on the back. Hair is really neat. Very cool character.
Hey, isn't this crystal mirror?
I found some crystal marrow and a pearl.
So, have you found anything? Yes, I've found pretty much the same. And there really are a lot.
Aren't these all super expensive? Oh, these must be the valuable things that went missing from the island. That's it. The Nobushi must have stolen them all.
Must have.
I don't know if I'd go that far. The Nobushi would be very hard-pressed to find many opportunities to get their hands on commodities like these.
Huh? What do you mean? Did the Nobushi gather all this themselves?
No, that's unlikely. Crystal marrow is a rare material for crafting weapons, and Sango pearls are an even more precious commodity. Here's what I think. Due to Watatsumi's poor soil, the island's economy is quite fragile and heavily reliant on the trade of these special resources.
Right.
So, it's absolutely vital that they keep them under lock and key and well out of the Nobushi's reach. Which means they got lucky with a huge batch like this. My guess is they ambushed a caravan. If we go ask
crap.
around the Sangonomiya shrine, we can find out if there have been any recent instances of caravans being plundered.
Sure.
Perfect. I knew you'd be a huge help.
Well, duh. The traveler is Paimon's companion.
Exactly. That's
after
why
all.
I'm good, by the way. It's just because of my Paimon. It's the only reason. I'd be terrible if I wasn't. Honestly, I'd be terrible if I wasn't with Paimon at this stage. Okay, let's go back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Yeah, an interesting character so far. Not what I expected. I think I genuinely expected his character to be more like, hey, it's me, Heizou, hey. You know, like, because just the way his images in the story, in the hangout quest thing. Here it is. Yeah, like, but then again, now I look at him, he does look a little bit more serious than, like, maybe some other characters that have a bit of a jokier vibe, like, Benny and stuff. But even Sean Young was, like, less, you know, was silly as well, but, like, in his own way. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, so far, again, they found a way to make a character feel so different from the other characters. Shibata?
Captain, I see you found the detective.
Yeah.
Watatsumi Island sure is a beautiful place.
But he does give
I
off
don't
the
think I
vibe
could
of someone who
ever
loves
leave.
leisure as well.
You can stay as long as you like, granted you don't cause any trouble, that is. Her Excellency has stated that all friendly visitors are welcome.
I'd like to know whether any merchants or caravans have recently reported incidents of stolen goods.
Incidents of stolen goods? Not that I'm aware of. Her Excellency has recently launched several measures to boost the economy, including the development of trade routes and establishing our own caravans. Troops have also been deployed to protect them, so it is only reasonable to assume that the current trade routes are already very safe. Any looting or theft would be practically unthinkable.
That's strange. Then where did the Nobushi get those goods from?
I know people are like, "Come, stop talking about the design," but this game really has changed my perception of brown colors on outfits. Like, it really has. I would never have put those, like, and most games don't because it doesn't always work. It works so well in this game the way they've done the color coding.
Huh? You mean you found goods of unknown origin?
Yep, and it's all Sango pearls and crystal marrow, so we know it's local.
We're gonna use it on Sayu.
Could there have really been a theft that hasn't been reported? That shouldn't be the case. Well, perhaps you could go ask Todoroki.
The voice actors in this game, even for the extra characters, it's like they are acting like it's their biggest job ever, and it's really cool. Like, they all sound great.
He's responsible for the caravans and is usually in the village at night preparing the goods. If something has happened, he should know about it.
Sure.
Great. Thank you for all the info. Let's go.
Hey, traveler!
Oh,
It's been a while. I've missed you. Why didn't you inform me that you'd be coming over today?
oh, sorry, Goro, but so good to see ya.
Ah, General Goro.
You're dismissed, Shibata. You may go about your other duties while I catch up with the traveler.
We're gonna have friendship time.
Yes, General Goro.
I overheard you discussing a case of stolen goods. Is that right?
That's right. We found a lot of Watatsumi's valuable products in a Nobushi camp.
There we go. Yeah, really cool to see Goro. I love when they introduce
I
characters
see.
again in Hangout
So
quests.
you've come to ask if we know of any relevant cases. Well, I'm ashamed to say that, yes, the caravans have been plundered. And not just once, I'm afraid.
Right.
We had already dispatched additional forces to protect the caravans, yet the crooks still managed to get away with the goods.
And you're concerned that if this kind of news were to get out, it would undermine the confidence of other caravans. So you didn't make it public, and instead kept the news to only a select few.
We've seen this before in this game just recently, like when we talked about like how they wouldn't reveal the Fatui had been taking out certain groups of like blacksmiths and things like this, and interfering with different people in Inazuma, because then it would like lead to the Fatui, you know, doing more crimes if they thought that their first crime had failed.
That's correct. I never expected you to be so concerned about Watatsumi's affairs, Detective Heizou.
He's like, Cap.
Just a force of habit, really. As a detective, I notice these kinds of things.
Sweet and I guess what will I say? Sweet and cheerful. Sweet, cheerful, respectful meets sweet, dark, and inquisitive.
Oh, so you two already know each other?
Actually, I've only heard of Detective Heizou from the soldiers' reports. We've never met in person.
But everyone's read your books, though, right? Your little writings.
Darn it. You're right. Now that you mention it, I've been on Watatsumi Island all this time and still haven't properly
I can't get off the
introduced
design.
myself.
It's top 5 for me.
Man alive. Please forgive me.
Like, it's just again like I'm again. You know what it does give me the vibes of, like, it's the type of stuff I used to love. Like, it's not the same because different color coding, different types of armor, but like, you know, Final Fantasy 12 stuff.
It's a pleasure to meet you, General Goro. I'm Shikanoin Heizou of the Tenryo Commission.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you too. I'd like to express my gratitude to you for stepping in and helping recover those goods.
Don't mention it. You never know what you'll find when you're out for a stroll.
And that's his excuse of why he goes for strolls all the time.
But if the source of the problem is not addressed, I'm afraid this sort of situation will continue cropping up for you.
Yes, of course. Not only have we reassured the affected caravans, but we also dispatched personnel to investigate the culprits. The reports indicated that the stolen goods were being delivered to a merchant of the International Trade Association named Godot. It all seems pretty unusual. We suspect that there are bigger players behind Godot, and that their target is none other than Watatsumi Island's valuable resources.
And that's the items they took.
But unfortunately, it would be difficult for us to investigate further, given that...
Given that Rito, the island where the International Trade Association is located, is not part of your territory, yes. They have cleverly picked
There you
their
go,
base
there's the
of
detective
operations.
brain.
I can see you catch on quickly, Detective Heizou.
It's my guess that you're telling us this because you're going to ask us to assist you in finding who's behind all this, right?
You're always thinking one step ahead. Yes, those were exactly my intentions. And of course, we will prepare a generous reward for you.
Cool.
The recent end of the war, trade and commerce have now become an important component of Watatsumi Island's development.
Great to hear.
Ensuring
Fantastic
safety
to
of the
hear.
trade routes is critical, and we can't afford any further
Yep,
incidents.
so fantastic to hear. And like, again, helps with the world building. We know that there is a lot of rebuilding happening, a lot of trade happening again, a lot of bubbles as well.
So, will you please help Watatsumi Island, Detective Heizou?
And Wander, yes.
I'm willing to assist, but it all depends on what he wishes.
Yeah,
Great.
of course.
With both Detective Heizou and the Traveler on the case, I'm sure it'll be solved in no time. The situation is now in your capable hands. I look forward to hearing your report when you get back.
All right, we'll take care of it. Traveler, let's go discuss where to head from here.
He look the way he like does like little pointing and stuff. I guess like it's like so subtle, but like what like it's almost like and he has such confidence in the way he does it that it's hard to like go against what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Exercise caution when traveling to Rito. If you come across any unexpected dangers, retreat first. Your safety is the priority. You must approach this issue with a long-term strategy in mind.
Sure thing. Thank you so much, Goro. Like that's so sweet. Yeah, your safety is a priority. He's always claimed that when it comes to his men as well. You know. And we saw that in his own hangout too, the way he like accepted one of the men leaving, because it was for the betterment of them
Hey!
in the long term.
Why are we talking way over here? Oh, you're not trying to get away from Goro so he can't overhear us, are you?
And Paimon trusts Goro.
Very perceptive. Seems even Paimon has her moments.
Heizou, I think you're really cute. I think you have a great design. You're very fun to be around. We're not insulting Paimon. That's not happening.
Let me ask you,
Okay?
do you believe in
Even
intuition?
backhanded.
Huh? Intuition? Where are you going with this?
It's where they draw the line. The line is there. You know? I can make fun of Paimon. Paimon can make fun of me. But it's me and Paimon versus the world.
My intuition tells me that General Goro is lying.
What?
What? How could you
Yeah.
say that? Although he did seem a little on the serious side.
He is a good
today,
guy.
but Goro's a good guy.
He's such a good guy.
Good people can be deceptive, too. After all, everyone has their secrets.
What makes you say that?
Well, in my opinion, the timing of his appearance was a little too coincidental.
But he's always here though, right? I guess I'm...
Sanganamiya's soldiers have been keeping an eye on me for the entire time I've been on Watatsumi Island, yet I had never seen General Goro.
Oh, and he
even
mentioned
once.
this as well. He did mention this.
But today he came out and met with us, and even commissioned us to investigate a case.
Maybe that's because the Traveler is here today, and Goro thinks he's more capable.
Yeah.
Really? Huh. Then that makes things even more peculiar. If there are powerful players behind this case, and he needs to draw upon external support, then he should have taken action sooner rather than wait until today. A more plausible explanation is that the
His
items
bows.
we discovered are linked with some unspeakable secret, and he had to intervene to prevent us from digging any deeper. Then he put up a smokescreen to mislead us. I surmise that investigating the merchant Godot on Rito will yield no results.
I don't know, man. Like, it's just really hard. Like, I guess...
Whoa, are you serious? But This is all just a hunch you have, right?
Actually, there is another key factor behind my reasoning, though you may not believe me. I sense
The
something
little top of the head look.
special about Goro.
What you sense about him? Look at the little tap, the little subtle things and the
Something
movements.
special.
He is special.
Yes, whatever is missing on this island, I sense it in him.
What? What is missing?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold it right there! Are you saying Goro's a thief? As in he took something valuable?
Oh, I took it as like it's inside of him.
It's not that simple. I can't fully explain it. It's just my intuition.
Yeah, it doesn't line up with the Goro I know.
Sure, I trust your judgment, but perhaps you're overlooking someone else, the true leader here.
Kokumi? Alright, you convinced me. There might be some secret here. What do we do? No order everything is we should go to Rito investigate this Godot character. Let's do this
It's
first.
simple. We should just investigate whatever it is they're trying to hide from us. And what were we planning to do just before Goro showed up?
Talk to the Sangamiya.
Oh, we were going to talk to the leader
Yeah.
of the caravans.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk to no, we already did talk to him. Yeah, we already did.
Bingo. There's no time to lose. Let's go talk to this Todoroki.
Okay. So like this is kind of weird, isn't it? It's like it feels strange because Goro is someone we trust so much and Heizou is someone we literally just met. Wait until 8 o'clock. So it is kind of hard to like oh nice. To like not trust. I think trust is the wrong word because like I've no problem because I think that I can trust Heizou. I don't think he's a bad person, especially since like, you know, so far he hasn't been terrible to us or too mean to us. But like Goro is someone we've known for a while now. And the last thing I'd ever want is to like make Goro feel bad. But I guess like you could say it is very coincidental that Goro just showed up so quickly. But maybe he just needed to. Maybe sometimes Goro needs to show up places. Maybe he gets to be late because he's Goro. Does that make any sense to anybody? Just let Goro be. Let him be himself. Let him just show up to places. But I don't think whatever Goro is like hiding, quote unquote, I can't believe it's malicious in any way.
The shipment has arrived and is ready for inspection.
Good, let's go.
Hey, it's Todoroki!
Paimon.
Keep quiet.
Did he grab
Let's follow
Paimon?
him and see where he leads us.
He put his hand over Paimon's mouth? I've never seen someone do that. I mean, it was kind of needed, I guess, in a way. Too far away. I guess we didn't want to get caught. I am behind a wall here. Spider-Man style. So someone said they think my game might be a little bit glitched. I don't think so. I think it's just like me being like there's like little corners where they can see you and little corners where they can't. This is yeah. Like you know what I mean? Like little tiny little divots that work and tiny little
Your
divots that
intel
don't.
was spot on. When we arrived,
But I think the last
Nobushi were
time,
all
actually,
still
the person who
asleep.
said it was glitched last time, I think you were right. The last time. But I think other times, it's probably just little divots that I'm missing out on because someone said they did that and it was actually fine.
We captured them all, and the goods were retrieved and brought back here.
I'll take a look. Everything seems in order. Good work.
It's nothing. Thanks to the efforts of your caravan, the price of grain in the village has decreased.
Okay.
That's right. And who would have thought that the injuries we sustained during the war would have such a lingering effect on our bodies? But thankfully, you also brought back some life-saving medicine.
Things are improving thanks to the help from those up top. Oh, by the way, what is the state of the village's inventory? Make sure that it's confirmed tonight. I have to leave tomorrow morning after I go to the Sangonomiya Shrine and get instructions from General Goro.
What?
Don't worry, we've already prepared the list. Just
So there is,
follow us.
because Goro is involved in some, not like in a malicious way, but he is like, his name was mentioned again.
The soldiers from Sangonomiya seized the Nobushi stolen goods?
Yeah.
But didn't Goro say all the stolen goods were headed to the International Trade Association?
So he had to tell a little fib to us.
Todoroki said he'll get instructions from Goro tomorrow. Interesting. It appears these seized goods were never stolen. There's something else behind all this.
I wonder.
Now's our chance to look around and see if we can find any leads.
Yeah, because like again, I'm so curious just because Goro wouldn't
What are these doing here?
be malicious towards us or
Crystal
anyone.
marrow or something?
He's like the biggest sweetheart who ever lived.
This box is packed so tight. It looks like it could burst. Let's see what's inside. Huh? What are all these plants and flowers? Oh, there's a small note here.
A torn bill. The handwriting has been smudged by water stains, making it difficult to read. Only a fade to outline the words Foreign Trade Association can be seen on at the signature.
Whoa! Chingshin? Paimon was expecting to find Sango pearls.
So there's the three things. So now you have to talk to Heizou. I want, like, again, I'm so curious about
did
this
you
now.
find anything?
Wow! Look at all the Chingshin! And glaze lilies too! There are also tons of other plants and flowers Paimon doesn't know here. Weird.
You can get rid of the ones you don't know.
These are valuable raw ingredients for producing medicine. If these few crates were to be imported from Rito, the price would be jaw-dropping.
There's actually, like, even Baiju only sells a limited supply of the Qixing ones.
On top of that, these items seem to lack a tax clearance certificate, meaning that they were most likely smuggled. Yes, very interesting. Now, where did the Nobushi get these goods?
Yeah.
How about you? Did you find anything else?
There's a bill here addressed to the Foreign Trade Association.
Foreign Trade Association?
He's loving us
I've never heard
now.
of such an organization in Rito. And if it's regarding foreign trade, then smuggling is an even more likely possibility. All right. In which case, I have a rough hypothesis. First,
We what?
Huh? Who goes there?
Who goes where? Nowhere. We're not going anywhere. No one's going anywhere. We're just standing here having a chat. Right? Everyone's just having a chat.
Oh no! We've been spotted!
Huh? Wait, Captain? Is that you?
Oh yeah, I'm a captain. I forgot. Yes, it's me.
Oh, so it's you, Captain. You had me worried there. We almost mistook you for bandits.
I almost forget that I'm like a leader amongst these guys.
Captain, do you remember us? During the war, I was in the field hospital with Masashi. Teppei brought you to see us and helped find medicine for us.
I think I do.
Hey, come on now. The captain wouldn't forget. I gotta tell you, Captain, we all miss you. We haven't seen you ever since the end of the war.
I do actually remember giving the medicine. I do actually remember it.
When we heard that you were coming here, we just assumed you were only going to see General Goro and Her Excellency. The guys are all really hoping to see you.
How have y'all been?
We're fine. You don't have to worry about us, Captain.
No, you're not fine. Captain, you may not be aware, but Masashi previously fainted on the front lines. The doctor thought that it might be a neurological condition caused by overstimulated emotions. It's pretty serious. According to the doctor, if it hadn't been for the medication he's been taking, he would have developed dementia. And that was assuming the best case scenario.
You're one to talk. Don't forget why I fainted in the first place. It's because I heard that you got yourself killed by an arrow. I couldn't handle all the emotion. Later, I found out that he'd been shot in the buttocks and it was only a mild injury. I had an emotional breakdown for nothing.
Yeah, but still like something you should worry about though. Like, even if it's like, I don't like him saying for nothing because an emotional breakdown is an emotional breakdown.
What do you mean for nothing? I got shot not by one, but 2 arrows in a row.
I know it's supposed to be
The
funny,
first
but like,
arrow
I don't
was
like
to the
people
left
having
cheek,
breakdowns for
and the
anything, even if you
second
get
arrow
shot in the butt.
Was also to the left. And because the arrows were poisonous, the wound still
Jesus.
hasn't completely healed yet. I have to apply ointment every day, and I'm constantly worried it might reopen
Oh
while
my
I
god.
sleep.
Can you imagine something like, cause like, you know when you get like a cut on your like arm or something, it's kind of easier to heal because you're not always using some parts of your arm or like maybe on your neck or something like that. Or like face or anything like that. Like imagine a cut in your arse. You're walking around the place and you're jiggling and stuff. You know? Not easy.
Look on the bright side. At least we're still alive.
True.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But enough about us. What brings you here, Captain?
Tell me about these goods.
These goods were all seized from the hands of Nobushi and treasure hoarders. Todoroki was the one who provided us with the intel. He mentioned there were bandits here and there, so we went and took care of them while also confiscating the goods.
By the way, Captain, you still haven't met Todoroki, have you? He's the one we're working for now.
I think we have met
Her
him.
Excellency recently announced plans to stimulate the economy.
Oh,
and
no, not
created
the-
the
this guy. No,
caravans,
no,
with
sorry.
Todoroki at the helm.
I met the other guy. I got him. I mistook him for the other guy at the
Yeah,
the
he's
door.
proven to be quite capable. Even though he was just a farmer before, he's now successfully running the caravans. And his two sons were also our brothers in arms. Both received a special medal of honor from General Goro, which is quite remarkable, don't you think?
So, as injured veterans, we've been reassigned to Todoroki. He's the one who gives us orders and pays our salaries now.
Cool.
What do they call that again?
It's called changing careers, dummy.
Ah, right. Changing careers. Anyway, I think the whole caravan thing is wonderful. Our region wasn't very prosperous to begin with, and the land can't grow any crops. We have to pay a hefty price just to get basic food from outside. I can't even imagine trying to maintain and feed an army like we did during the war.
I see. I think I understand the general situation now. May I ask where the apprehended criminals are?
Oh, and you are?
This is Captain of the Swordfish 3. Heizou.
Ah, I see. The captain's friend. It should be okay to tell you then. We apprehended all
I
the
kinda feel bad for
culprits
this.
and escorted them to a temporary location not far from here.
Like telling, like tricking them kind of like into telling a cop from Narakumi Island. Kind of feels bad, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, Masashi and I have other duties tonight and won't be able to take you there. Why don't you wait for a moment and I'll find someone else to show you the way.
It's alright. You can return to your duties. We'll find a way ourselves.
I'm pretty sure I've already got a grasp on what's going on. All I need now is to confirm it with the apprehended bandits. Let's go.
Let's go. The way like even like the little tiny whispers.
Are you still a little confused? Let me help connect
Oh,
the
you're
dots.
laughing at us?
This whole thing was actually quite
I can see
similar
why
to
Sango was
case
kinda
I
like a
once
little
worked
bit
on previously.
Off
It
put
was
by
a
this guy
case
sometimes.
involving the trade of prohibited items, and they employed an old trick to execute the deal. The culprit would first go strolling down the street until they knocked over a pedestrian on purpose.
We should not have
Sir,
ran.
Please forgive us, sir.
We should not have
everyone
ran.
thieves.
Sir, what do I look like?
Oh, he got
A
angry about
commissioner?
that.
Does my friend here look like
So-
a commissioner to you?
So if he's like not perceived in the way he wants to be, he gets a little frustrated too.
Officer! Officer!
First, I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Go ahead. Ask anything.
Or you die.
The soldiers discovered many valuable goods in your camp. The goods don't appear to be from around here, so the question is, where did they come from?
Oh, the goods? Right, we picked them up at the beach.
Okay.
You picked them up.
Well, no, we, actually stole them.
Be honest now. Tell me the whole story.
Again, this presence, man.
Yes, sir. I mean, officer. We took those goods from a small merchant ship just off the beach, but we didn't exactly steal
Okay, so the story is changing.
You see, the ship's guards all took off running the moment they saw us. They abandoned the goods, and we simply came and picked them up.
Okay.
But next thing we know, a group of soldiers arrives, and we're all apprehended. Talk about bad luck. We didn't even have a chance to stash away the goods before we got caught.
You say that the merchant ship's guards fled without putting up a fight. You expect me to believe that?
We just assumed they were scared witless and didn't have the guts to fight. I'm not bragging or anything, but our boss is pretty intimidating. With his massive muscle and strength, he could scare anyone.
You really expect us to believe all this?
Yeah, there's a lot of changing stories here, a lot of
Oh,
like
you gotta
nervousness.
Believe me. Just the other day, we scared off an entire squad of soldiers.
I don't know.
When they noticed us, they went running and dropped their goods. I swear. I still remember seeing tons of Songo pearls and crystal marrow in that load. All nice and shiny, too. Whew, it was
Okay, so now he
amazing.
sounds a little bit more truthful.
Unfortunately, a bunch of pirates came later and snatched those goods. It just happened that our boss had diarrhea that day and couldn't hold off the
Okay,
pirates.
yeah, probably didn't need to know that, but that's okay.
This luck of ours.
You could have said he was off that day.
Wait a tick. Pirates?
Pirates. Look at the tap of the finger. It's such a subtle thing,
Yep.
but it works
no
so well.
doubt about it. They came on a massive ship, and their captain was a pretty lady with an eye patch. We had no idea how powerful she
No,
was.
it's a Baidu.
It was like boom, boom, thud. Only took 3
Yeah, that
hits
makes
before
sense.
she knocked out the boss.
Her moveset does feel like a boom boom thud.
A pretty lady with an eye
Yep,
patch.
yep.
Oh. Does this description remind you of someone, Paimon?
I mean, if you're talking about pretty ladies with eye patches, you know, there's quite a few I could think of.
No.
Paimon's like, I ain't ratting.
Paimon of anyone.
Okay. And how about you?
Come to think of it, all pirates wear eye patches.
Really? Okay, I'll take that as a no. then.
We're not narking on Baidu.
It appears that the situation is just as I suspected. Todoroki is striking a shady deal with a group of pirates, while General Goro appears to be assisting with the cover-up.
What? How could that be?
Todoroki said that he'd be going to Sangonomiya early tomorrow morning to get Goro's instructions before the caravan leaves. Now is the time to address any doubts you may have. Tomorrow morning will be our moment to confront them.
Okay,
Hopefully, my final question will be answered then as well.
your final
The
question?
question of what important thing this island
So this is where it all
missing.
started. This all
I can
started
feel
for him.
some connection to the question in Goro, Todoroki, and even to Kuda and Masashi. Hopefully, we'll finally have an answer tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Let's get some rest. I'll see you at Sangonomiya tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so... Oh, you scared me for a second. I was gonna kill these guys. Might as well do it anyway. No, but when I was thinking of like, oh, like it's someone with an eye patch, I was like, oh, it's Baidu. But then I was thinking like, wait a second. I created another universe and founded paradise. Could be that too. You know, if it's official, we're letting her off the hook. What time do you have to wait to again? Sorry, it's 8 o'clock. Okay. This is a hefty quest, right? This is a really hefty quest. Not that it's a bad thing. It's interesting though because like I think like it's easier to get a grasp on the other hangouts very early. I don't think we still have a grasp fully on like Heizou yet, but I think that's like because we don't even have one of the hangout quests done, like one of the routes done. How many routes are there? I wonder, because it like I'm guessing there's not as much just because it is very long. But again, I don't have a full grasp on him. Hopefully by the end of this, I will have a better grasp on him.
Who are you?
Where are the people going to push you in the water if you tell one lie?
Hello, Todoroki. I'm Shikanoin Heizou.
Oh, full name.
Special detective
Full
of
title.
the Tenryou Commission. I believe you've been manipulating large-scale illegal trades for some time now. Mind if we talk about that for a bit?
You can't just go around spewing such nonsense, young man.
Is it really nonsense?
And what if I'm not talking nonsense?
Oh my god, he just again that is a sign of a confident person. Someone who will just push back on what you said, but like in a more like aggressive tone. I'm like I'll give an example just right here. Like, this is nonsense. It is not nonsense. Like that. Simple as.
Ridiculous. I don't have time to listen to this. Get out of here, you little brat.
You think because your hair is white and you have a cool mustache, you can boss us around?
I know I'm on the younger side compared to you, Todoroki. So I'm sure you must have heard the old saying. Off the scale, some goods only weigh a couple pounds, but on the scale, they weigh more than 1,000.
What's that mean? Off the scale, some goods only weigh a couple of pounds, but on the scale, they weigh more than 1,000.
So the question is, do you want to put your goods
What does
on
that
the
mean?
scale, or not.
What are you trying to say?
Well, nothing. All I want to hear is you personally confirming what we already know to be the truth.
Imagine a cop like arrests you before they arrest you. They do this. They question you.
Masashi, Tokuda, arrest these people!
Arrest the. I am the captain of the Swordfish too. This is literally someone from Narukumi Island. You arrest him, you're probably like breaking peace rules.
Huh? Todoroki, what's wrong?
Oh, they're gonna find out we lied to them.
Who dares to cause trouble at Sango no Miya Shrine? Huh? Wait, it's...
That's right. Arrest Todoroki.
Captain? What are you doing?
Arrest him.
These crooks are trying to pry into the secrets of Watatsumi. We mustn't let them
I'm
go.
pointing to you. You can't see because I have a face cam. But arrest him.
But, no. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Todoroki, this is the captain of Swordfish too, one of our own.
Yes, I'm the captain. Arrest him.
It doesn't matter who they are. Remember what General Goro told you? A long-term goal of Watatsumi is to revive its trade and commerce. And since you have been assigned to work with me, it's my orders that count around here.
Right. Well, you know what we should do? We should arrest him.
I don't care if they were your captain. Would you dare disobey orders?
Do you think if you arrest you... Oh, okay, arrest me and see what Goro does. Arrest me. Arrest me. See what Kokomi says.
What do we do?
Well, what are you waiting for?
Arrest him.
All right. I see how
Okay,
it is.
hands out. Arrest me.
You two won't
Come on,
do it.
my hands are out.
I will.
Arrest me.
I really hoped it wouldn't come to this. But here we go.
Such a beautiful character. Such a beautiful character.
Everyone, stand down!
Here he is. See, this is my friend. This is like my best bud.
General Goro, you're here.
Yaimiko ships me and him together.
My apologies, Traveler, Detective Heizou. I wasn't telling you the
Yeah,
truth.
we could tell you were doing little fibs, but again, I do not think in any way it was ever malicious. For a second, did I think it was malicious.
Todoroki, the Traveler here is the hero who saved Watatsumi Island. Without him, Watatsumi Island would never have found the peace it has today. We mustn't raise our weapons against him.
Oh, can you say that again? I don't think the man heard you.
How could you be so naive, General Goro?
Naive, huh? You've no idea the history I have with this place. Bring Kokomi out.
If we let them go free, then who's to say the Shogunate won't come after us tomorrow? If the Shogunate decides to investigate, we won't be able to hide the truth.
Call Yaimiko. Call Yaimiko for me, please. I'll wait. Her number is 555 Foxy Lady. Call her. No? I knew it.
I wouldn't allow them to take you, Todoroki.
You had to put your faith in
Let's
Goro,
not kid
Todoroki.
ourselves. If going to jail could solve the problem, I would go and turn myself into the Tenryou Commission right now. The question is, what are we going to do with the goods? Will you be able to keep them? Not to mention the chance of astronomical fines. Can you afford that? Goro, we both know that Watatsumi Island is a barren land. Plant 100 radishes here and maybe only 3 would grow. And those 3 combined would still be smaller than just 1 carrot imported from
Yeah,
elsewhere.
because the soil. Paimon was talking about this
We
earlier.
can't grow food or medicinal herbs here, and if we buy them from Rito, we pay exorbitant taxes.
I wonder if there's any way we can fix that, though.
My eldest son died fighting on the battlefield. But do you know how my second son died? He died because there was no medicine to treat him.
You know, I actually feel bad now. I do forget sometimes, and it's so easy to forget that everyone has their own lives, and like their biases do come from actual real life experiences, you know? So him like trying to be worried about them coming in and taking stuff of us is definitely from, you know, the years of having to live in kind of like a place that like didn't give them much of a bounty compared to like Rito and Narukami.
You awarded both of them medals of honor. But did that save their lives? Can medals heal Tokuda and Masashi's
That's the thing,
wounds?
you know, losing a son on the battlefield, wounding someone on the battlefield. You know, it's like you get a medal at the end, it's like, okay, great. My life is never gonna be the same.
No. It was the medicine that I got that saved their lives. If we detain them today, the Shogunate will never know what we've done. Besides, They're only a few months away now.
I won't narc.
We will set them free once the new bill is passed in just a few months, and everything will be okay. None of what happened here will be mentioned again, and life on Watatsumi Island will continue
Too
to
much,
improve.
like, you're masking a lie with another lie. If you detain me and set me free after a few months, like, I'm sorry, but like, and this sounds so arrogant, but our character at this point is beloved by Ayato, Ayaka, Toma, Sayu, Yaimiko, the Rain Shogun, Kokomi. All it would take is Kokomi seeing us in prison or detained to change everything for you.
I understand, Todoroki, but they won't.
I can trust the traveler won't, but the detective here is a
Yep.
Tenryou
And again, I
commission
understand where
officer.
his worries come from, for sure.
Forget it. You're the general. I'm just a radish
Oh, don't
farmer.
say that. Don't say that. Don't say that about yourself. What is the bill you just mentioned?
It's a new commodity tax bill currently being drafted by the Kanjo Commission. The bill exempts taxes on goods that are in short supply on Watatsumi Island.
I will go and talk to them. They should remove taxes for most of those freaking items. I understand that was a part of the deal that they would be taxed, but like, you guys need some supplies.
Once the bill's introduced, we'll be able to buy commodities that we need from regular marketplaces.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Like, I could get it pushed up. I know. Again, it sounds so arrogant for a character, but it's the truth. I could probably get it pushed up.
Oh, I see. Man alive.
That's the first time I've heard someone say "man alive" in this game.
I wish I had known sooner. In that case, how about we put your fears at ease and I'll stick around here a little longer. You know, until the bill is introduced.
Wait. Oh. I forgot. Heizou's not going to care about hanging out here on Watatsumi Island. He loves this place.
Detective Heizou, are you saying that...
Yeah, he'll hang out here.
You mean you're willing
He loves
to
this
stay
place.
here, young man?
Come on, you two. What's with the strange looks?
Dude, this is so funny.
You've been keeping me under close surveillance, haven't you? Surely you must have noticed that aside from being a detective,
loves his
I'm
place.
also an ordinary tourist who likes to enjoy good scenery. I believe that after the new commodity bill is passed, there will be more and more traffic between the two sides, and more people will be coming to visit Watatsumi Island. I have to take the opportunity now and enjoy this place while I still have it all to myself. Before long, tourists will start pouring
I find this so funny. The solution is just let him like slack off work a bit longer.
in. Thank you, Detective Heizou.
I love it.
On behalf of the people of Watatsumi.
And Goro's taking it as like, oh, he's like sacrificing himself. No, Goro, he loves this place.
My pleasure. But one good turn deserves another, does it not?
You're gonna get two good things.
Oh, you mean there's something you wish to request?
I suppose you could say I'm from the Shogunate, but the traveler next to me isn't. As far as I know, he's planning to visit other nations soon, and it is unclear if he will return to Narukami Island or not. Therefore,
Right.
there's no need to limit his freedom, right?
Right, I can't get over how good his hair is.
I'm sure no one else will hear of what happened today. Am I right?
I know,
traveler?
narc. Agree with a cool nod. We're cool like Heizou.
Well, it's settled then. He will always be an important partner to Watatsumi, and I would never dream of limiting his freedom.
Yeah, that would be bad.
So please, don't worry, Detective Heizou.
And again, it sounds arrogant, but it's the truth. If you locked away the Traveler in Paimon, right, and if any word of that got slipped out, which it easily does, like word travels fast here, or if Kokomi found out, it would be the end for everything. Like, and I'm not trying. I actually think that it would cause another civil war. I think it would. I think like people appreciate us so much in what we've done. Like, do you think that like that Ayato was gonna stand around and have that happen? He would at least try to like get peace about it. Like Tomo's not gonna stand around and let that happen.
I'll hold you to that.
Not that
But
Goro
if
would
I
ever do that.
Find out you've lied to me again, there's a chance I'll lose my cool.
Oh Jesus.
I'm sorry for not telling you the truth earlier. It's a serious matter, and I didn't want outside parties to become involved. But today, I realized my poor judgment.
It's
How could
okay.
I possibly hide anything from
Man,
Detective
you've
Heizou
been
and
like
the
the most
Traveler?
precious person and one of the most helpful people.
I'm glad you understand now.
So yeah, do not worry about it
Well,
whatsoever.
In all honesty, I'm the one who should be thanking you. It's because of you that I was finally able to reach an answer. After all, nothing makes a detective happier than putting a case to rest.
Ah, I understand now. You really are an interesting person, Detective Heizou.
Interesting is not even the word, I think.
No, I'm afraid you don't quite get what I mean.
I'm sorry?
You sorry?
Wait! Paimon gets this one. It's the answer to your question, right? The one about the thing you
Right.
sensed coming from Goro and the others. Now you figured it out.
What? The thing you sensed coming from me?
Oh,
But I always have excellent
oh, you do.
personal
Look at he's
hygiene.
scratching his head. No, you do. You don't smell.
No, not like
Yeah,
that.
you don't smell.
Hey, traveler. Could I talk to you
Can we
for
put
a
his mind at
moment?
ease though?
Besides, I haven't had a chance to thank you yet.
Because he's gonna. Gore's the type of person that's gonna spiral about that forever. Can we you know what I mean? Can we put his mind at ease, like that he doesn't smell? I'm the type of person that if someone even made a joke about that, I think about that for the rest of my life.
Hey, there you are. Come here. Look. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is gorgeous.
What? It's remarkable how such a barren land can give life to such wonderful and stunning scenery.
It's a really cool aspect of the story.
To be honest, I am grateful to you for this trip. Before you arrived, I was running around like a headless chicken.
He's so he's so cool.
Even if I happened to find out what was going on here, I wouldn't have been able to uncover any concrete information without you present. I'm just sorry that I promised I'd accompany you back. It appears that I won't be able to do so for the time being. So please, cover for me in the meantime, okay?
Have you really decided to keep the whole thing secret? Like I'm not
It's
an
all in
arc.
the past now. Let's just chalk it up as an intriguing experience I had on my trip here. Besides, that's not what I wanted to investigate anyway.
So now you have the answer you were searching for?
Yes. Everyone you led me to and everything they said brought me closer to the answer. And now I finally get it. Watatsumi Island is an ancient land where the soil is poor and many crops do not grow because it's lacking
And that
a
certain thing?
But what the inhabitants of this land do have is bravery.
Yes.
They were courageous enough to stand up and resist the gods and accomplish what they knew could not be done. This is yet another instance in which that certain thing shines. That missing element. That certain thing
Come on.
is what I sensed present in Goro, Todoroki, Tokuda, and Masashi.
Come on.
Which is
The click of the
true
finger.
vitality of this land.
I love the click of the finger, the true vitality of this land.
I guess I was mistaken when I declared that something was missing. That something from this island had evaporated into thin air.
Oh,
Because even something that evaporates is not
it's
gone.
not no longer in the land, it's in the
still
people
there,
of the land.
just in a different state of being.
Okay.
When water is heated by fire, it evaporates and eventually finds its place in the sky. Similarly, when the land was harmed, its vitality evaporated and eventually found its place
Very cool.
among the inhabitants. This is the final answer I've been searching for.
Yeah, that's actually a really neat way of looking at it.
Anyway, thanks again.
Thank you. This is great.
You know, even though we just met, I wish you could be my partner all the time.
Oh my god.
Call me
You can be as
greedy,
greedy
I
as you want.
guess.
Take me with you. All I'm saying is, us, Shenhe, Heizou, Kazuha, all of us together, little party.
But, of course, I know that's impossible. You have your own journey to complete. So I'll just keep doing what I can. Hopefully keeping my memories from evaporating safe and sound in my mind.
I love them. I freaking love it. I love this. This is
That
so much
way,
fun.
I'll always
click
be
of
able
the
to
finger.
remember these beautiful things. The beauty of Watatsumi Island. The people who are full of life and vitality. And you two, who are by my side.
He is like I said, a storyteller, but like a conversational storyteller. So good. Really good. Oh, that's so cool. Memories do not end. The journey will end, but the memories will remain. 100%. That was a long one. Right, that was a super long one. So we have like other aspects of this that we can do too. I had a really good time with that though. That was a super good time with that. I'm guessing that's the longest one. Look at this. This is definitely one of the longer ones. Yeah, just like a journey with a character who like is so cool and so like, I wouldn't say overconfident, but very confident in themselves. who is a storyteller, who is like really good with words. And like, let's get like, he like, again, was being very like, I use the word seductive, but I think it's like a little bit like maybe too far. Maybe it's more just like, well, you can be seductive in like a very, very like, you know, in any way, in any conversation, even if you're not trying to actually like, you know, be like that with someone, you know? His way of words is very meticulous. It's very interesting, in my opinion.
Something.
There you go again. Look, that's what I talk about.
This island. Isn't that bizarre?
So what are we? So we have to pick different choices here. So, is it Paimon? Maybe it's just a dream. Is it missing deity? Is it missing music? So I guess we can try dream.
See, no, I thought so.
Okay, so I don't think this answer matters too much, does it? Okay, I'm curious about you. I think you just let's go. I'm curious about, but it's my duty to bring you back.
What a sterling example of dedication.
We're trying to see what we can do to get the other
In that
endings.
case, I'll accompany you back to the police station first. We can discuss the issue of Watatsumi Island later.
Sure. So this is again, this is what I love about the hangouts, how they completely change everything depending on like where like what you decide to do. I actually think that it's again, I've said it before, it's more like more talented as a choice-based game than most of the games are. Like they do such a good job of just like changing the whole route of what you're doing. Hello. I have this beautiful person with me.
Look who showed up. Heizou, you're finally back. Listen, if you took any longer to come back, everyone at the police station would be toast.
You say that every time I come back, Uesugi. However, something does feel a little unusual about the police station this time.
Come on, would I ever lie to you? Madame Kujo-Sara is here, and she's on the warpath, so be on the lookout.
What's that lady doing here?
What's that lady doing here? Who's the lady?
Doshin Shikanoin. I see you finally
Oh
returned.
my god.
Please, enlighten us. What have you been doing
Was that the first time
recently?
we've seen Heizou kind of like taken back a little bit?
Okay. I was just out investigating a case.
Yeah, he was just investigating cases.
Don't give me that. I checked the records here. You didn't take any cases.
Actually,
A secret
it's a
case?
case of personal relevance to me. These two can attest to that.
Traveler? Paimon, what are you two
Hello,
doing
Sarah.
here?
This is our new friend. He whispered in my ear. We're connected for life.
Brought him back? Can someone please explain?
He was on a trip saving lives. He saved 2 puppies.
Madame Kujo-Sara, because we couldn't locate Doshin Shikanoin, we commissioned Detective Ryuji from the detective agency. Shortly after, Ryuji returned to tell us...
It was a very big trickle
that he
down
had given the
commissions
commission
here.
to the traveler, and then...
It used to be that the Tenryou Commission assisted others with disappearances, but it seems these days others are now assisting us. You've done it this time, Shikanoin. I think I've really seen it all.
I mean, is it really so unusual for officers and citizens to assist one another?
Actually, it did seem to investigate a case. Yes, it was such an important case, and he actually saved 2 people from a burning building.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was definitely an investigation. He even pretended to be captured by
Maybe we should say that
Nobushi and
detail.
treasure hoarders.
Oh? Is that so?
Okay, she
Well,
likes it. That's
since
fine.
you were testifying for him, I suppose I won't ask any more questions.
Wait, seriously?
But since you're here, I have an extra
Okay.
favor to ask.
That's how much trust people have in us now. Ask away, Sarah.
I'd like you to be Shikanoin's temporary supervisor. It'll be your duty to ensure that he handles his case properly.
Okay.
And that he doesn't disappear and neglect his work again. I'll be sure that the police station prepares the appropriate compensation.
Oh, yes, traveler. I'm sure we'd all really appreciate it.
So 300 gems will do. You cast a quick inquiring glance at Heizou.
Heizou seems to be
Of
happy
course
with
he
the
is.
idea.
He already knows that he has this like around his finger. Understood. Leave it to me.
You should thank the traveler this time, Doshin Shikanoin. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have let you off so easily. Here, take this letter of complaint. It's written against
No.
you. Please consider carefully what to do with it. I do not wish to see another one.
But he literally,
Understood?
when I got there to the cage, he was literally nursing a baby panda back to health.
Huh? Someone filed a complaint.
Oh, that's terrifying.
That can't be right. Why would there be a complaint letter?
Yeah, explain.
You must not be doing your job properly, and now you're attracting complaints.
No, it really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although Madame Kujo-Sara just made some harsh remarks, we all know that Heizou-senpai is a real whiz when it comes to cracking cases.
We've seen this.
He's the biggest asset.
We have seen
on
this.
our
I know
team.
that, like, canon-wise in this timeline, we didn't see it, but we have seen it.
Several leaders have risen through the ranks as a result of his achievements. He's definitely no slacker.
Then he must have gotten himself into some kind of trouble.
Well, let me see what's the deal here. Oh, and since you agreed to be my temporary supervisor, you'll find the desk where new case files are kept right over there.
Sure.
Would you mind helping me check what cases I need to deal with?
I think you need to deal with your complaint letter first.
Of course. But first, I have to confirm what's going on, and whether or not the letter's legit. Please, have a look at the case files first.
Honestly, like, I love that we have him, like, a little bit, like, on the ropes here. Like, he's not totally, like, just, like... How do I say? He's not totally... Is this the case files? He's not totally just, like, this, like, infallible being. An approval reply, Heizou Talks Frauds. Police station, your application for the public awareness campaign, Heizou Talks Fraud, has been received. Following review, your station has been authorized to run performance with the Shinkanen Donin Dushin in charge of related work, the headquarters of the 10-Euro Commission.
Heizhou talks fraud? What's that? Sounds interesting, whatever it is.
Case of the missing Eastern Express. The beloved dog Eastern Express reportedly went missing late in the night. The owner discovered 12 canine footprints of varying sizes in the courtyard, leading to the initial assumption that the crime was carried out by a team.
Who would give a dog such a strange
I would. That's
name?
exactly what I would call my dog. Like, not exactly that, but I would give it a big name, like, you know, the Never-Ender, you know, prize commission. There's a slacker, the Prince of Mischief in Hamizaka. There's a slacker who claims to be the Prince of Mischief, terrorizing Hamizaka. Children reportedly been losing valuables in the area, the bulk of which are Oni Kabito, Genius Investigation, TCG cards. So, oh no, if someone's stealing cards, I'm on it.
What? Not him again.
I'm totally on this.
So, have you gone through the case files? Is there anything that caught
Wait.
your eye?
Was that talking about... There might be Prince of Mischief bullying children Hamizaka.
That case should be easy enough. Just leave it to Uesugi. This complaint letter I received is more important.
Were they talking about Itto?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to drag you into this, but it's just occurred to me that with your help, I might be able to wrap up this problem.
All right then.
That would make
tell us
sense.
about the complaint letter.
It's from Sango, the president
Ah,
of
now
Downtown
Sango.
Detective Agency.
Sango.
I assume you've met her before?
Yeah. I know you two some beef and it appears to be pretty serious now. Yeah, it is
You
serious.
can say that. Sango's complaint letter accuses me of abusing my power for personal gain and blatantly concealing the truth behind the Ryuji case from years ago. Seriously, do I really seem like the type of person who'd do that?
Honestly, like, I do think that you're, like, you give off the air of someone who could do that. But honestly, I now seeing your work, you're just an unbelievably fantastic detective.
Concealing the truth? That definitely sounds like something you would
Yeah,
do.
I'm getting those vibes.
Hey, don't judge a book by its cover, alright? Let's just go to the detective agency and talk to Sango. We'll need to speak with her to get to the bottom of this.
Okay. So Sango writing a complaint as well, like, honestly, here's the thing though, I don't want to ever, like, stop someone from writing a complaint about someone if they feel like it's, like, actually true and if, like, there is some wrongdoing is happening, because I feel like that's the wrong attitude to have, especially if it's someone who's, like, feels like their work is being impeded by someone else's work. You know what I mean? If, like the way I always see, like, if my work wasn't impeded by other people, I'd be like, okay, fair enough, whatever. But it's very clear that, like, if it is something that is damaging her work and the people around her's work, a complaint is 100% okay, I believe. Look at that graceful fall.
Welcome back, Mr. Heizou. I'm glad you're all right. How about some tonkatsu? You must have missed the taste of home after so long.
Maybe next time, Ryuji. Seems like somebody's been expecting me. And I'm afraid they're only going to be disappointed once again.
Well, well, look
Oh,
who
God.
it is. The great Detective Heizou. What nonsense were you talking about just now? I've been worried about you, you know. So much so that I took the trouble to write that heartfelt letter to the Tenryo
Jesus
Commission.
Christ.
Well, was it sufficiently flattering for you?
Uh-oh, they're at it again.
Let's not waste the traveler's time, Sango. Just tell me, what do you want?
Fine by me. My request is simple. Disclose all the details of the Ryuji case. It's time you stop hiding the truth and let me investigate it thoroughly.
First of all, that case has already been solved. Second, I've disclosed everything the police station has on the
Oh
case.
my
And
God.
Third,
Like, look at the way he he changes like when he's talking to her. Like, there clearly is some like very, very heated like workplace rivalry here, because this isn't like aggressive anger. This is the type of annoyed level that you get when you're talking to a workmate you do not like when they try to press you on something. Hands on the hips, and he's like, first of all, the case has already been solved. Second, I've disclosed everything. It's like, it's so perfect the way they're doing it.
Enough! You can only
Yeah,
fool Ryuji
very,
with that.
very
If you
great
don't wanna
depiction of a workplace
cooperate,
rivalry.
I can assure you that I will write more letters to the headquarters of the Tenryo Commission. I will not give up on this case.
Oh, wait, hold on. Can someone please explain what's going on here? Pirate doesn't have a clue what you two are talking about.
All right, let me explain. Several years ago, a terrible murder took place in the police station.
Jesus.
I was still working at the Tenryo Commission then, and the victim was actually my dear boss. Due to various factors, I was deemed to be the top suspect, which is why it's called the Ryuji case. Also, Heizou wasn't a part of the police station back then. He was a detective at the agency, which at the time was called the Bonton Sango and Heizou
Are you
Detective
serious?
Agency.
Huh? That's crazy! But, wait. Then why
I'm
did
guessing
Heizou leave?
this case.
After the incident, I was quickly convicted and sent to prison.
Man.
Fortunately, Sango then promptly proved my innocence and caught the real murderer.
Okay, case closed, maybe?
But that murderer was actually just a dummy to throw us off. Am I right, Detective Shikanoe?
Wait, he put someone away that wasn't actually a murderer? I just love seeing the tap of the finger.
Sango thought that everything went smoothly, so much so that she suspected the real murderer was someone else. Of course, Detective Heizou was also helping with the investigation, but after a long time, he still came up empty-handed. Later on, he decided to join the police station to continue his investigation on the inside, which is why he left the detective agency.
Ha! That's what I thought too. I was foolish enough to believe that Detective Shikanoe
So the
and
rivalry
I
goes
shared
all the way
a
back
common
then.
goal. But I was wrong about him. He has no sense of loyalty at all. He just wanted to become an official as a means of gaining fame and fortune.
come on, stop exaggerating. Let me set the record straight here.
Yeah, come on.
First, I joined the police station long after that murder case happened, and it had nothing to do with any inside investigation. That's just somebody's wishful thinking. Second, purely out of curiosity, I did investigate the case later from within the police station. My conclusion was that the suspect Sango had caught was in fact the real murderer.
Yeah, see the way he's like being so he wasn't like this the whole first hour and a half of this quest.
And lastly, when Sango didn't buy my conclusion and asked me to disclose all related case files from the police station, I did exactly as she asked. I didn't hide anything.
Like he's talking through his teeth like this. It's when you're really angry and you want to make sure that people know you're angry.
He's lying right through his teeth.
That's it. I want this to end once and for all. Since the Traveler's my supervisor today, they have complete access to all the police station's files. If he's willing to help re-examine the case and arrives at the same conclusion that I did, then you won't have to doubt me anymore.
Whoa. Huh?
Unless you don't trust the Traveler.
Oh my god, look, I love this pose. This is a rare pose.
Come on, say
Oh,
it.
he's so good at this.
It's not about whether the Traveler's trustworthy. I'm just wondering if you will interfere somehow.
The thought never even crossed
Like,
my
he's
mind.
so good with words. He's so good with, like, bending other people's words.
You have to swear that you will not mislead the traveler by any means, and let him investigate the truth on his own.
Sango, I'm already misled.
No problem. Cross my heart, hope to die.
Stick a needle in my eye. I'm already misled. I'm around the finger.
Traveler, are you willing to help me with this? Will you agree to re-examine the Ryuji case and find the truth? You can bill me later for however much you'd like as
But
compensation.
Sango, it's not however much you like, is it? It's usually like 20 gems.
Sango, really? However much they want.
Okay, 2 million Primo gems.
Money is valuable, no doubt. But pursuing the truth is the reason I started this agency. The Ryuji case is the only case I failed to solve. I am willing to give you anything.
Okay. No need to go that far. I'll help you for free. A simple thank you will be enough. Okay, we'll take it, I guess.
All right. I'm counting on you, Traveler. You hear that, Detective Shikanoin? Ha! Now we just need to wait and see.
This is interesting.
All right, I got it. No need to keep yammering like that. You'll scare the kids next door. Come on, let's go back to the police station.
You know what I mean? Every single thing he says is like a dig, you know? Or it's either a dig or it's some sort of like being able to like pull the wool over someone's eyes, but in a way that's still very truthful. You know what I mean? There's like, it's like he doesn't say any word of a lie, but like it still feels like you can't trust him fully. Does anyone else get that vibe with him? I definitely get that vibe when I'm talking to him. But the opposite of that, the most perfect character in the world, Fischl. No one ever hates Fischl. We know about that already. They did a study, didn't they, NASA, where they found out if you hate Fischl, you're wrong? It's crazy.
All right, hang out here for a sec. I need to go to the archives to get the case files. For now, why don't you go and chat with Yuriki Owada over there? He worked on this case too back in the day.
You seem to really want me to look into this.
No, you misunderstand. It's not that I want you to look into this. It's just that you're the only one who can.
Okay.
You're the only one I can think of who Sango would ever believe. She trusts in both your qualities and abilities, so I hope your findings can finally convince her and put an end to this whole thing.
That's smart.
Sure, she's just writing complaint letters for now, but who knows what she'll do in the future. All right, I'll go get those case files. You go ahead and talk to Yuriki Owada for a while.
Oh, hello there.
Heizhou sent me to talk to you about the Ryuji case.
The Ryuji case. Oh, so you want to reinvestigate that one? That was several years ago now, but I still remember it clearly. It's pretty hard to forget something like that. Especially when the victim was the head of this police station. His name was Takatsukasa Isamu, the younger brother of Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He was really one of a kind. Decisive, brave, and smart. He was much younger than me, and already had quite a reputation. I'm sure he would have gone far in the Tenryou Commission, if only he was still alive. What a shame. Who would have guessed someone was plotting against him?
They said Ryuji was a top suspect?
People will believe anything they hear. Everyone in the police station knew that Ryuji saw Takatsukasa Isamu like a father. Ryuji was an orphan, you know. Before he joined the station, he had been taking odd jobs here and there. It was Isamu who... Ryuji was simple and not particularly bright, but he was very loyal to those who treated him well. He's also hard-working. Isamu must have seen these qualities in him and decided to keep Ryuji by his side.
Right.
Ryuji worked with him for years after that, and was even promoted to be his personal assistant. Do you really think Ryuji would do anything to harm him?
So, then why was Ryuji convicted? Even Paimon can tell that's a mistake.
Well, here comes the interesting part of the case. Within a week, and before all the loose ends had even been tied up, Ryuji received his conviction. Moreover, it was signed by Madame
That's
Fujiwara.
serious. That is serious.
What? Why would Sara do something like that?
What do you think, Awada?
I'm getting older now, and my eyesight is poor. I can't see too clearly anymore.
Hey, come on, Yoriki Owada, there's nothing to see. It's obvious that the Kujo clan
So there's some
did it.
debates in this as well.
You can't just go around saying things like that, Wasuki. Those were just hearsay. There was no evidence.
That's not true. Traveler, you may be unaware that the Takatsukasa clan has always been assisting the Kujo clan in the Tenryou Commission. But who doesn't want to be the boss, right? And Takatsukasa Isamu was the key figure for the Takatsukasa clan to bring down the Kujo clan. At that time, no one was held in higher regard than Isamu. So, naturally, the Kujo clan saw him as a potential threat. Kujo Takayuki must have been planning it all along, that rascal.
So there again, I do like that there is some debate amongst this as well, especially like there would be some like, I guess, not disinterest, but like lack of trust in the Kujo clan.
Takayuki is able to control the Takatsukasa clan as long as he's in power. But by the time he retires, Isamu would have been at the apex of his political power, while Masahito and Kamaji of the Kujo clan would still have been too young. The two of them wouldn't stand a chance against Isamu. You think Kujo Takayuki would simply sit back while Isamu gained traction? So he decided to strike first.
You youngsters and your conspiracy theories.
No, it's true. It's the only way to explain it. Otherwise, why would an impartial person like Madame Kujo-Sara sign Ryuji's conviction so quickly? They had to find a scapegoat to pacify the Takatsukasa clan, so Kujo Takayuki must have told her to sign it
This isn't a bad
immediately.
theory. One of the things that like they found with like, especially in old, like it still happens a lot now with like police officers and things like that. Like I remember I was watching Life on Mars, and like it's a very good depiction apparently of like British police officers in the 70s, and they would do this thing where it's like they would put anyone they could behind bars because all people want is the boogeyman to be caught. They don't care who the boogeyman is.
I'm not accusing Madame Kujo-Sara
Sounds like a bit of an accusation.
anything, mind you. I respect her very much. But maybe she had no other choice.
What do you know? I'm sure Madame Kujo-Sara must have had her own reasons.
What about the real murderer who was later caught by Sango?
The guy was a forensic expert who worked in the station named Shiroyama. I have to admit, he wasn't easy to track down. That Sango really is something, though. She caught him without even breaking a sweat. It turned out that after poisoning Isamu, Shiroyama secretly took the poison to Ryuji's place in order to frame him.
What? So there's a framing going on, like an
Later
actual
on,
direct
the
framing.
poison was also found in the forensic office, but that was already after Shiroyama's death. He confessed everything in a testament.
That's right. He hung himself in the forensic office not long after Sango was on his trail. Probably because he knew it was only a matter of time before he would be caught. Of course, he didn't admit whether he had been prompted by Kujo Takayuki. He took the responsibility alone. I bet Kujo Takayuki promised him a sizable compensation. After all, Shiroyama had a family to
See,
feed.
one of the issues with this conversation is that, like, I think it's intentional as well, is that, like, it's not going to get as many places because while we're getting two different opinions, at the end of the day, like, we're going to need some hard proof right in front of us.
There you go again, pulling conclusions out of thin
Like, this
air.
is just an argument.
There wasn't any evidence of that at all.
Listen, I can almost guarantee that it was the Takatsukasa clan who invited Sango to investigate. We all knew that Ryuji was just a scapegoat. You think the Takatsukasa clan wouldn't figure that out? They're not stupid.
I really feel like this argument's going to get both of you nowhere.
So, they were suspicious of the Kujo clan and invited Sango to take the case. However, the Kujo clan were still a step ahead and were able to remove themselves from the situation before the whole thing blew up. They drove Shiroyama to take all the blame as well as his own life. A perfectly clean cut for the Kujo clan. With Shiroyama dead, there was no one left to testify, even the Electro Archon herself wouldn't be able to do
So
anything.
get rid of everyone so there's no one to testify.
You make up stuff faster than a politician. It's a wonder nobody's asked you to be an
It is like
advisor
very
yet.
like old person talking to young person sometimes. Like, you know, when like at the Christmas table where the young person's like this is what's happening, this is what they're doing, this is what the government's doing, and then like your uncle goes, all those little things go, you know, you just gotta trust the government. Hey, come on now, you know, we're at the dinner table.
Hey, that's their loss.
The whole thing is starting to sound complicated.
Hey, I brought the files.
Thank you.
I bet you got quite.
Oh
an
my
earful
God,
just
Heizou
now,
has
huh?
saved me.
But don't believe everything they say. After all, people can tell you anything, and it's hard to separate truth from rumors.
I 100%
and
agree. These two
facts.
guys were arguing in front of me. They forgot I was here. I was just standing in between them. If I went missing for 2 weeks, they wouldn't have noticed.
So what really matters is the case files. Everything laid out here is all that the police station has about the case. Please, take a
Sure.
look. Remember, you may
I
find
believe
many
him.
clues during an investigation, but not all of them are useful. And in some cases, the clues you will find will not only be useless, but downright misleading. Also, if a clue cannot corroborate anything on its own, you can always compare it with other clues, and maybe then you'll find what you're looking for. Okay, that should just about do it. I'm looking forward to your results.
Hold on. What actually counts as a
I guess-
result?
Making sure everything that he said was true.
Usually, you need to find two things from these clues: a proven motive and proven means. Once you can confirm these two things, the criminal can be proven guilty.
I understand.
All right, you can go ahead and get started now. I look forward to hearing your verdict.
I can just like say you're truthful if you want. So, talk to Heizou, so we just have to talk to him? Do we not have to read something first?
So, what did you find? Have you come to a conclusion?
Nothing, I'll keep looking through the
Sure.
files. Okay, so we have to look through the files. Where are the files? Are they in the actual, like... Are they here? But they're not in the quest items. Travel permit. Old slate. Where are the files? Where are the files? Oh, over here? Yeah, my bad. My bad. So, let's go. The suspect, Shirayama, 22 years old, forensic doctor, a subordinate of the deceased Takatsuzu Isamu. Shirayama grew to resent his boss, Takatsuzu Isamu. Following the conflict of work, he then secretly bought a bottle of poison to kill him in revenge. Unused poison was later found in the suspect Shirayama's office. In his testament, he confessed having planted the poison found in Ryuji's house. For the crime of premeditated murder, Shirayama is hereby sentenced to death. Punishment cannot be carried out as the suspect ended his own life before the execution could take place. This file should be kept as evidence. Signed, Kujo-Sara.
Huh. So Shirayama's conviction was also signed by Kujo-Sara.
So she signed both of
Just
them.
like Ryuji's.
The wait, we read this already, did we? Yeah. Yeah, no, sorry, I was just seeing if like they disappeared at the top, like, because that happens sometimes with me.
Huh.
So the toxology report is what we have to read next. Right? I pressed the square again. I was supposed to press it in the other button. Ah!
Huh.
Here we go. On the toxin that caused Takatsu Isamu's death. An odorless, tasteless, and inert substance, soluble in water but insoluble in other substances, has the properties of a synthetic toxin. It appears as a fine white powdery substance in its normal state. Tentative name, white powder. The station has investigated the ledgers of all domestic commerce guilds. No transaction record for such an item was found.
A synthetic toxin?
It means I believe it was
What's
created,
that?
like it's not natural. The conviction of Ryuji. The suspect, Ryuji, 20 years old, douching a subordinate of the deceased, Takatsuka Isamu. Ryuji grew to resent his boss was the same thing, conflict work, he then secretly, oh, it's the same thing. Unused poison was later found in the suspect Ryuji's house for the crime of premeditated murder. Ryuji is ordered to remain in temporary incarceration awaiting his trial. The file should be kept as evidence. Signed, Kujosara.
Wow. Ryuji's conviction really was signed by Kujosara. But now we know she had it wrong.
Hopefully. That's what we're here to prove, though. And research log from the Office of Forensic Science. It's blank. Looks like someone tore out a few pages.
Huh? That's weird.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. This must be some of the false information that Heizou told us to look out for.
Right. And what about over here, then? So this is the autopsy. Great. The deceased Takasawa Isamu, 41 years old, police station manager. Clothes intact at the time of death. No visible trauma observed in the body. No signs of a struggle. The throat was congested and swollen, caused by a cold before his death. Local ulceration was found in the stomach and intestines caused by a novel toxin found in the stomach's contents. Stomach contents include partially undigested soft rice residue, small volume of fish liver paste residue, and a main ingredient of which highly concentrated fish liver extract, a valuable nutritional supplement. Small volume of cold medicine residue containing a large amount of acidic fruit and vegetable extracts appear to be specifically prepared medicine from the Office of Forensic Science. Small volume of novel toxin, which was found to be the same toxin discovered in the homes of Ryuji and Shiroyama, caused the death of abdominal mucus membrane disease plus respiratory and circulatory failure triggered by the novel toxin.
Yikes. He ate all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but there was a lot of but the poison's probably the most part here. And here's Shiroyama's testament. I murdered Takatsude Isamu. I poisoned his cold medicine. Though he appeared to be honest and honorable in public, in secret he asked me to search out new types of poison to get rid of those who opposed him. He also said that if I refused, I would be thrown in prison. He used my family to blackmail me. He left me with no choice, and I killed him with a new type of poison, and that I had someone purchase for me at the International Trade Association to protect myself. I later framed my cause. So this is a confession. But it's now only a matter of time before the detective uncovers everything. I know I made a big mistake and that there's no escaping it now. Only death awaits me. I merely asked my family to be spared.
Hey, this is the key to proving
Yeah,
that
it's a
Shiroyama
confession.
was the murderer, right? That is, if he was telling the truth, of course.
Yeah, that's the thing. You could make a fake confession, of course. And then we have the message from, okay. A note placed in the testament after comparing the handwriting was confirmed to have been written by the deceased. Shiroyama, long time no see. I trust things I asked you for is in progress. I paid to visit your home today while you weren't around. Thankfully, your wonderful wife welcomed me in. She's a fine woman, a perfect match for you. Your wife is 5 months pregnant, I believe. Fancy that. My wife, too. I took the liberty of returning once more to provide her with some health supplements. Even helped administer them to her myself. She was most grateful indeed. You'll be equally grateful to me, no doubt. Don't give me wait. So he's like, hey, it's kind of like a veiled threat.
Isamu seems like a thoughtful person.
It seems it's like a veiled threat.
Sounds weird.
It's a veiled threat. And then Ryuji's testimony. A week before the incident, Master Takatsudo Isamu caught a cold and lost his appetite. Rice was all he could eat, and he'd been taking some special cold medicine. The night before the incident, he had yet to recover and was still busy with his work, so I was worried about his health. When Dr. Shiroyama came to deliver the medicine, I consulted him about this health supplement. Fish liver paste could help boost his immune system. It can. So I went to the forensic office to retrieve some and gave it to Master Takatsu. But by the next day, really, Master Kasa, was so kind to me, I swear I would never do that to him.
Come to think of it, Shiroyama was a forensic doctor. He could easily pull off something like this.
Crazy stuff. Okay, so far, it seems like it was like a veiled threat, though, to the family, though.
So, what did you find?
So, yes, I did.
Really? You found the criminal's motive and means that quickly? Awesome. All right, let's talk about the motive first. What clue reveals the criminal's motive?
It was the message? The Shiroyama's testament and Yep.
Excellent work. According to the victim's message, the two had deep conflicts. Although we cannot confirm whether the poison had been requested by the victim or not, it is true that Isamu used Shiroyama's family to blackmail.
Yep, that's exactly what I got from that too.
Such circumstances could be enough motive for Shiroyama to commit the crime.
But wasn't Takatsukasa Isamu good to Shiroyama? He even went to Shirayama's house to bring health supplements. But maybe he didn't really bring health supplements. Maybe it was something bad.
That's what you have.
Is that what you think, Paimon? Well, we later found out that what Takatsukasa Isamu sent to Shirayama's house was indeed health supplements. But if
Okay.
you consider the circumstances, what he sent wasn't important. What was
It's how easy he could
is
get.
that
Yeah,
sending
yeah.
the supplements was actually a dangerous
How easy
signal.
you could give those supplements.
Isamu was essentially implying, I can put anything in your wife's supplements at
Yeah.
any time. If you really care about her safety, then get me what I
Terrifying.
want.
Absolutely terrifying.
So scary.
Sorry, I hit the mic there, guys.
Your assumption sounds like a real threat. You're not really that dark inside.
Paimon, you're calling me dark too, because I definitely got that idea too.
You don't really catch criminals by standing in the light.
True.
Do you?
Batman style.
Basically, these two clues work to verify each other, and the murderer's motive is confirmed. Now, all that's left is the means of the crime.
So then we have the means.
Next, which clue confirms the criminal's
The poison,
means?
right? The
So, what did you find?
I want to see it. Yes, I did. So it was the autopsy report and Shirama's testament.
Close. The
Oh.
autopsy report states that the cause of death is Was it mixed with the cold medicine,
Oh,
as Shirayama
okay.
stated in his testament? If so, we need
Okay, that's
some
fine. No, we read it.
evidence to
I
prove
just
that.
yeah. My bad. So it's not this. It's the autopsy report. This?
Bingo.
There.
The
I wish we got it in
autopsy
one try, though.
report
I'm trying to
confirms
impress
that the
Heizou.
cause of death was a special toxin. The testament indicates that Shiroyama used his position as a forensic expert to mix the toxin into the cold medicine taken by the deceased. But is that really the truth? Is it not possible that the toxin was mixed into the fish liver paste? Well, according to the toxicology report, this white powder only dissolves in water. Neither rice nor the fish liver paste could be used as a carrier of the toxin.
He's so good.
Putting the poison elsewhere would not only fail to guarantee a lethal dose, but would also increase the chance of it being noticed by the deceased. Therefore, the means is also confirmed.
Add that to the motive for the crime and... Whoa! So the murderer really was Shiroyama!
Yep, pretty clear cut, wouldn't
I
you
think
say?
you have enough evidence.
Look, I really don't know what Sango is so suspicious about.
I mean, like for us now at this moment in time, we have enough evidence.
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut. Huh. You could say it's almost too clear cut.
What do you think of Paimon? Okay, I guess I have some questions.
Oh? Well, let's hear them. Maybe I have answers. What's bugging you?
So let's see. Why is the research from log from the Office of Forensic Science blank? Did someone tear some pages? That's a good question.
This also puzzles me. Maybe someone doesn't want us being privy to the content inside, or maybe Shiroyama tore a bunch of pages out by accident. But regardless, this isn't essential to the case. Like I said before, a lot of what comes up in an investigation is irrelevant information.
Okay.
The crucial elements are Shiroyama's motive and means, which we have established.
So, but like, I guess we can again, like you said, like not everything is going to be evidence. We learned this in like Ace Attorney as well. Not everything's going to be evidence. So I kind of can agree with that. Based on the convictions written by Kujo Sara for Ryuji and Shirayama, the two committed the same crime. Why are their punishments different? Okay.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Full marks for attention to detail. It doesn't have any real bearing on the case, but let me explain how that
Explain
works
away.
for you. So, why would Madame Kujo-Sara sign one conviction sentencing Ryuji to temporary incarceration awaiting trial, and another conviction sentencing Shiroyama to death? You may have heard some rumors back at the station that when this case first came up, the Kujo clan higher-ups were in dire need of a scapegoat to keep the Takatsukasa clan off their backs. And poor Ryuji became the successful
Yep, we were talking about the
candidate.
boogeyman.
In less than a week, the conviction was drafted, sent to Madame Kujo-Sara, and signed. Allegedly, she knew what it was about as soon as she saw it, and signed it with no questions asked. But anyone who buys this story clearly doesn't know that much about Madame Kujo Sara. She's the most principled person in the entire Tenryo Commission, for goodness sake. So, how would she respond to a case filled with unanswered questions and no confession from the suspect?
Oh, you mean...
Exactly. Before she signed it, she changed Ryuji's conviction from the death sentence to temporary incarceration.
Right.
Ryuji escaped a disastrous fate without ever realizing it. Had Madame Kujo Sara not changed his sentence, Sango would have been seeking justice for a dead man.
Why was Sara so lenient with Ryuji?
Because she probably knew he didn't do it.
That's the wrong question. This wasn't about Ryuji, but Madame Kujo Sara's principles. The conviction could have been for a Ryuji, a Guji, heck, even a Tanuki, and she would have made the same decision.
Don't put Tanukis in prison.
Given the enormous pressure she was under at the time, I'd say she did the most she could.
Yeah, I think it's to prevent as much, because like if you're just trying to put away any boogeyman at the time, like preventing them from dying is probably, it's the least like damage you can do.
Pressure? Really? Was someone higher up putting pressure on Sara?
Seems so.
The pressure came from all sides. The deceased was the leader of the police station and the rising star of the Takatsukasa clan. All eyes were on this case. How this became reduced to the unimaginative rumor that Madame Kujo Sara convicted Ryuji under pressure from her superiors, I have no idea.
See, that's the problem. Not everyone's as good as you.
Ugh. Rumors here, conspiracy theories there. Lies at every
Paimon's
turn.
not taking it well at all.
Fortunately, Madame Kujo Sara works in an open and transparent manner and pays no heed to rumors like this. She just rolls her eyes and forgets all about
Yeah,
them.
how do you know?
Just because she has never publicly clarified the truth doesn't mean she was hiding anything. So when I asked her about it, saying it was relevant to a case I was working on, she just told me how it was.
Yeah, she seems like a very straightforward person. Like, she didn't wait to apologize to Kazuo either.
Believe me, in this case, more than any other, I have checked every last detail.
The toxology report mentions. So yeah, the way he's talking about here, like it does make it seem like it seems like a very Sarah thing to do. Like, you know, because we know Sarah has a good conviction. We know she's actually a good person. We know she actually is like someone who like was under a lot of pressure even when she was like, you know, we saw her the day with Yai when she was talking to Yai and she had to run off really quickly because her convictions were like questioned for a second. She is someone who does have good convictions and wants to have good convictions. This report mentioned the poison isn't sold anywhere in Izuma. So it was brought at the International Trade Association.
Maybe the report was wrong. The International Trade Association is a gathering place for merchants from all over. Countless merchants pass through the port of Rito every day. It's natural for there to be a couple of missing records here or there. Well, I've answered all your lingering
yes, you did.
questions, and you've checked all the material the police station has, so what do you think?
I don't know.
Case closed?
Paimon still feels like something doesn't add up. But then again, Heizou did give us all the files the police station had.
That's the thing. All the evidence is.
Ugh, this is annoying.
It is. It's like there's something lingering, but he's giving us all the evidence. You know. And that's what's really difficult. We've seen everything the police station has. Now I see the problem. It's only what the police station has.
I don't follow. Enlighten me.
You told Sangav disclosed everything the police station has on the case, not everything that they don't have. When we started to look at the files, you told us everything laid out here is all the police station. So he's using his words very carefully here. Just now, you said it again. You checked all the material the police station has. Oh yeah, it's only like this makes sense. This makes sense. This makes perfect sense.
Huh, right. Why do you keep emphasizing police station every single time?
You tell me. Why do I keep emphasizing police station every time?
He said, you tell me exactly what's happening. You do that. Because you're trying to hint that there are other information that, yeah, exactly.
So we're
Click of
finally
the fingers
here,
again.
huh?
Is he doing the click every time?
I was starting to think our investigation was about to end a little early. That would have been a real shame. Man alive, you finally saw through my little game. You're absolutely right. There is other information that the police station doesn't have.
Your own evidence?
Reason being? It's my own evidence. And this evidence should help
So
answer
he's playing a little
couple of
game
your
with us?
questions more clearly. Why was the research log from the Office of Forensic Science blank? And where did the white powder come from?
Those are the questions?
Aha! Paimon knew you were keeping
You
secrets.
can't keep secrets from the mother.
Don't you have secrets too?
Yeah, Paimon had a secret boyfriend.
No. Nope. Definitely
Oh,
not.
Paimon, don't worry, no,
Let's
she's no
talk
secrets.
somewhere else. This isn't the best place for this discussion.
Let's go. So this is a very chunky quest. There's a lot in it. Where's the quiet place? Oh, it's over here. Okay, cool. I actually really like Heizou as a character. I think that like we said, I'm starting to get a grasp of his personality. He is someone who is he likes a bit of fun when it comes to the detective work he's doing, for sure.
This is a quiet spot. Let's talk here. All right. Here's the secret I've been keeping all along. The torn out pages from the research log of the Office of Forensic Science.
Great. But Paimon can't believe you kept this a secret all this time.
I mean, at this point, like after doing the 2 missions, yeah, I kind of can.
It's not like you think. I wasn't the one who tore out the pages. Look, just read it over first.
So, okay, here's the torn out pages. Acidic nutrients extracted from the sunseta were mixed in with oil extracted from the fish liver. When the mixture was purified, the formation of a fine, powdery substance was observed. Over the course of a week, forest boars to whom the substance had been administered suffered first from damage and diseased skin mucous membranes, followed by respiratory failure, then death. The mixing and purification procedure was then repeated, but then replacing the sunseta with concentrated sunseta juice in the fish liver with concentrated fish liver paste, and a large quantity of powdery substance was produced. When the forest boars were administered this dose, the time to death was reduced from 1 week to a few hours. So it was like mixed with the liver? Is that what we're getting here?
Finished? Do you see now? The method used by the perpetrator to commit his crime
it was the liver.
wasn't by putting the white powder in the cold medicine.
He put in the fish liver paste. The cold medicine and the fish liver paste are mixed into form white powder.
That's correct. The white powder was Shiroyama's invention. As a forensic doctor, he provided a special cold medicine for Takatsukasa Isamu. The autopsy report showed that this medicine contained a high volume of acidic fruit and vegetable extracts. Then, he tricked Ryuji into sending fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu.
Crazy stuff. So we had this evidence all the time, so like you know it's...
together, a toxic dose of the substance formed in his body. This is the real modus operandi.
Oh, that's awful. One was medicine, and the other was an expensive nutritional supplement. Both completely harmless.
Sometimes that happens, isn't it? Like...
True, both are harmless on their own, but when combined, poof, that's it.
Yeah, why didn't he didn't need to hide this?
It was not him who wanted to hide it, but the person pulling the strings behind him.
Huh. You mean there was someone else pulling the strings?
Aren't you curious where I found these pages from the research log? It was in Kujo Takayuki's secret warehouse.
Right.
After I found the missing pages, I did some digging around and found out that Shiroyama had worked for Kujo Takayuki before joining the police station. The Kujo clan secretly provided Shiroyama with funds to study forensic science. I guess you could say that Kujo Takayuki's investment paid dividends in this case.
For true.
Of course, I had only learned all of this after the Vision Hunt decree came to an end. Kujo Takayuki had lost his grip on power, and the Tenryou Commission was undergoing.
So it was only after
general reshuffle.
like there was nothing left for him to like be able to hide that everything kind of came tumbling down.
To avoid coming under suspicion, Madame Kujo Sara put me in charge of building a case against Kujo Takayuki.
This would also explain why she was so lenient with you recently.
I found a huge stash of fish liver paste in his secret warehouse. Nothing hugely incriminating about that, of course, but I still took the trouble to open each and every package until finally, I had to concede that this really was just a huge stash of fish liver paste. But then, underneath the floor tiles, where the fish liver paste was stacked, I found a secret compartment with this torn-off research report lying inside.
You're so good.
So it was him who wanted to frame Ryuji all piece of
Yeah, let's
work.
get him, Paimon.
Let's review the whole case from the top.
Let's beat up the whole clan again.
First, Takatsukasa Isamu, for whatever reason, noticed Shiroyama's talent as a forensic doctor and asked him to develop a special poison on his behalf. But Shiroyama was already working for the Kujo clan, so he refused. Takatsukasa Isamu wasn't about to take no for an answer, and that's where things took a dark turn. He twisted Shiroyama's arm by making a veiled threat to harm his family. All Shiroyama could do was to secretly report everything to Kujo Takayuki.
Yeah, the veiled threat to his family was actually very sinister.
When Takayuki learned what was happening, he instructed Shiroyama to pretend to cooperate with Takatsukasa Isamu, then kill the latter with the white powder once it was fully developed. Meanwhile, Ryuji's only role in this case was to deliver the fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu on Shiroyama's orders, completely unaware of the fact that he was being used as a pawn and that this was a key ingredient needed to create the poison. After the incident, Kujo Takayuki hoped to make Ryuji the fall guy, until the death sentence was stalled when it reached Madame Kujo Sara. In the meantime, Sango had begun her own investigation. Kujo Takayuki grew nervous that the truth would get out, so he threw Shiroyama to the wolves, hounding him to death and erasing all traces of contact between the two.
Man. So like this was like this goes deeper in terms of like a I guess like a like it was more about the higher ups than it was I guess just about Shiroyama.
And yet, he wanted to keep this secret formula, so he hid it. Greedy guy, that Takayuki. He must have wanted to have it on hand just in case he needed to employ it again in the future and make someone else disappear.
He had all that work gone, he didn't want it gone.
This Kujo Takayuki is an evil lunatic. We've got to report this to A. Whatever his current punishment is, it needs to be 10 times
Yeah,
worse.
Paimon, you know if you report to 8, this is like probably going to be like electrocution death.
That would be practically impossible. One research log found in his warehouse doesn't prove anything. Even I can think of 100 excuses. Besides, Ryuji directly contributed to Takatsukasa Isamu's death by delivering the fish liver paste to him. The fact that he was unaware of the true nature of the situation doesn't matter.
It does matter. I refuse to believe it doesn't matter.
But
Yeah, he's 100% innocent.
right? Isn't it just a coincidence? Paimon really doesn't get how the law works.
Legally speaking, the judge would most likely rule that it was accidental. But in practice,
What?
Ryuji may still have to end up
Like again,
shouldering
maybe
some
that's the rules of
responsibility.
Inazuma. No, never.
So
In
basically,
my life.
you've been hiding the truth all this time to protect Ryuji.
Mental trauma doesn't heal as easily as physical wounds.
That's
My biggest worry is that Ryuji would struggle to cope if he knew the truth.
honestly like this is one of those times where it's like, yeah, hide the truth.
He's like an innocent child. He freely gives his trust and his love to everyone that treats him well. That's why he thought of Takatsukasa Isamu as a father figure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that to this day, he has never paused to wonder whether Takatsukasa Isamu was actually a good person, or if Sango just hired him as a gopher, or why I left the detective agency.
So all of it's just like he done this to protect like this sweet innocent soul.
If he found out the facts about Takatsukasa Isamu, I'm afraid it would crush him.
I mean, I think he knows that we won't say anything.
Well, as you can see, I'm a little less confident than people
Yep,
might
you've definitely
think.
let down the veil a little bit.
To prevent Ryuji from getting hurt, I covered up the truth. But by doing so, have I held him back? Did I do the right thing? I couldn't turn to anyone for help, and everyone around me thinks I'm so smart that I should just be able to handle every case on my own.
So because he can't ask for help because everyone thinks he's just so good at what he does. And he's also saying that like if he does ask for help, then he's gonna have to reveal too much information.
Even if I tried to discuss it with them, they'd just say, "Don't be ridiculous, Mr.
Oh
Heizou.
my
No problem's
God.
too difficult for you."
This is what you get for being good at your job.
But you're different. Unlike them, you don't have that kind of prejudice towards
As soon
me.
as you whispered in my ear, we were tied for life.
You've traveled far and wide and have had all kinds of experiences. It must have taught you a lot.
Okay, yeah, I did, I guess.
Most importantly, My intuition tells me that you're someone special, that I can trust you, and that you can help me. Right? So, I'd like you to be the one to decide whether we should expose the
say
truth
no.
or not.
Anything but the I say no.
Oh, you don't need to tell me what you decide, and you certainly don't need to decide right now. Let's just say I'm leaving this teensy tiny matter up to
Teensy
you.
tiny, he says.
All right, let's head back to the detective agency. You can mull it over on the way. Once you've made up your mind, just tell
I've already
Ryuji
made up my
and
mind.
Sango your verdict.
I've already made up my mind. Already made up my mind. At least now, in this timeline, we are definitely hiding the truth. I think that's 100%. Like, and sometimes you need to. Sometimes I think it's okay to do that.
Hey, Traveler. Hey, Detective Heizou. You're back already, huh? I bet you're tired. Well, I just bought some tonkatsu. Care to join me? There's plenty
Look,
for
he's so
everyone.
innocent. Such a baby.
We'd love to. But wouldn't you like to hear the results of our investigation first?
Yeah, we've finished.
No matter what you were able to find, it's all in the past and won't ever change. So I think we'd better chow down first. Besides,
I think you need to find
if
out this
Sango's
information.
Not happy with the results, we might not have anything to eat later.
Come on, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the traveler's conclusion first.
Okay then. Over to you, Hazel
Here we go.
Traveler.
Don't worry, just tell us your findings. Everyone trusts you, as do
I love that we are a neutral party for most of these situations. There we go.
Well, what do you know? I suspected that was the case. Please rest in peace.
I think we can do the other option as
Master
well, but this is the
Takatsukasa.
option I would choose.
No, impossible. Traveler, are you sure you checked every last file carefully?
Trust me, I did, Sango.
Ugh, no, you little.
That's gonna boil her
Chicken
blood.
knowing Heizou. You didn't pull any shenanigans on the traveler, did you?
Sango, no accusations without evidence, remember?
Oh my god, Ryuji's like, hey, come on, Sango. Sango would not want to know this truth either.
The truth is out and the case is closed, Sango. Please don't send any more of your harassment letters to the Tenryo Commission.
And he still has the pose.
Well, I really owe it to you, Traveler. I'll be sure to properly thank you later. Until then, see ya.
Hey, you're not going anywhere.
There you go. What just happened there? Oh my god, look at this. Wait, what are you doing to poor? Oh, Ryuji stepping in front of them. I was like, okay, that's not the nice thing to do. So that was only the second one, man. There's a lot in here. There's definitely a lot in here. So we have other, let's see, can we zoom out a bit? And see what else we have here. So there's this here, but there's also the choice at the end here, I guess, is going to be a different one. So we might actually do the other answer then. Just right now to get that one.
Hey, Traveler. Hey, Detective Heizou.
This is not canon. I would not do this. Because especially not to Heizou.
But how? How could this be?
Huh.
Like, I feel like we're
So
betraying someone who, like, I
that's
actually
what
quite
really
like
happened?
now.
Ryuji, I know it's hard to accept, but...
Wait a minute. Sorry, I have quite the stomach ache.
Oh, no.
Sango, can I take the day off?
Sure, of course. Take the week if you need it.
Yeah, that's going to be a terrible feeling. Ryuji runs away in a fluster.
Oh, Paimon
Yeah,
hopes
I
Ryuji
do.
will be
Paimon, I do
okay.
too.
I didn't expect things to turn out like this.
Just give him some time to himself. I think
Yeah,
he'll
this is
eventually
like a
come to
bad
accept
ending,
it.
I feel like.
I'm still a little worried though. What if he doesn't come to work tomorrow?
Then we'll go to him. Don't you worry about that, Sango. You need some time to process all of this too.
Is this just the ending? Oh, no, we have to wait. So this is a longer ending. So was it 12 o'clock it said? Yeah, 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Man, like, again, like, it's just... It is one of those things where, like, sometimes letting sleeping dogs lie is, to me... I got the wrong time. Sometimes letting sleeping dogs lie is fine. You know what I mean? Sometimes the ends will justify the means, and they will justify what happened and all this stuff. Yeah, I got the wrong time. It's fine though. Oh, wrong thing. You know what I mean? I feel terrible for Ryuji, especially like he doesn't need to know all this guilt. He doesn't need to have this guilt. There we go. Did he show up?
Ah, you're here. Don't
Okay.
worry. Ryuji
Okay.
came earlier this morning. I guess he can handle a lot more than I had thought. I was honestly worried he'd suffer a breakdown, but as of today, it seems he'll be fine.
Is he not here?
He went over to Natsuke Nogen Crafts to buy something.
Or just like a little gift for himself?
Let's go find him then. Shall we?
I still can't go about
Before you
perfect this
go-
character design is.
Heizou, I
Oh, compromise.
kind of understand now what you meant when you left.
Oh, really? I'm happy to hear you say that. All right, time to find Ryuji.
That's good. Like two people that aren't very like friendly with each other, kind of like finding some sort of middle ground. We can deal with that. You know, that's better than nothing. And is he going out to buy some crafts for himself? This is what like people do when they like, because whenever I talk to my friends, they're like, I'm upset today, so I bought something, and I'm like, man, I still can't do it because like I always like to like, you know, save money as well, you know. But buying something for yourself can be very nice. There he is. Who's the little girl?
Look, there's Ryuji.
Oh, he's buying her
The
toys?
little kid too.
Chica?
Is he buying her toys?
Is that her to do with his master?
Ryuji, was my daddy handsome?
Oh no.
I've never seen what he looked
Oh
like.
no.
Of course. Takatsukasa Isamu was a very handsome man. Also, it's not uncle.
Ryuji's just a good dude.
Call me brother.
But you look so old.
You look so old. The hair is really nice though, Chica.
Well, I'm still your brother.
Huh? How come?
Because he treated me like a son.
This is very sweet.
Huh? Who are you guys?
We're friends with your big brother Ryuji, and with your father too.
Oh, really? Yay! I've met loads of my daddy's friends today. Can you tell me some stories about him? I really want to hear them.
Sure. Why, I know enough stories about your old man that if I started talking now, you'd be all grown up before I
It's
finished
charming.
them.
Just a charming boy here. Look, so charming.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I don't want to grow up too soon then. Maybe when I'm.
This is such a kid thing to say, man.
No, 200 years old. No, 300 years
I remember when I was a kid because I wanted to live forever. I was always like, "Yo, hey, mom, hey, man, can you, do you think someone could live to 300?" That would be me.
Yep, I'm gonna wait until I'm 300 years old before I become a grown-up, so that I can make sure I finish all the stories first.
Heck yeah. There it is. Oh my god, look at that sweet image. Paimon playing as well is really cute. Some things will always be more important than the truth, for sure. So that was another ending we got there as well. Yeah, that was, like, again, like, you can see the importance of what he's doing here. So Sango's complaint letter. So the case files are, like, different here. So that's the next branching off choice in terms of the different endings here. So let's go to the case file here. So what we learned from that section there was just, like, about his character at the very least. So the Heizou's character is that, like, he is not just, like, this, like, suave, kind of very, like, you know, smooth talker detective. He's also like a little bit vulnerable when it comes to that. He realizes that like people place so much responsibility on him that it's hard for him to even get some help sometimes. It's very interesting that way, isn't it? Because like that's what makes a character a good character. He's super confident, but we see in moments like when Sarah arrived, he kind of like was taken back a little bit. Or when he was arguing with Sango, and he kind of had this little bit of an argument with her, you could see there was kind of more of a crack in his like usual demeanor. He's not just this cool cucumber all the time. Let's talk to Sango.
Welcome back, Mr. Heizou. I'm glad you're all right. How about some tonkatsu? You must have missed the taste of home after so long.
Maybe next time, Ryuji. Seems like
Oh, we
somebody's
can skip this. Yeah, we can skip this part. So there used to be an option that you couldn't skip this, by the way. So I help you for free,
All right.
which is kind of nuts. So wait, what's the difference here in the invitation? Sorry, I'm just checking out the invitation here. What is the difference then in this invitation to where we are now? Yeah, there's something different here. The 3 case files. Sango's complaint letter. Oh, we went to the wrong one. We went to the wrong one. That's fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, people were telling me you couldn't skip it before. Excuse me. I will say this is a very long one, and I think they're probably like I always you guys know I don't hold back when it comes to like stuff that actually like I'm not into. Like I think that like 99% of this was like so much fun. The one part where I was like, I think it was, again, I always say it's intentional because the characters mentioned it afterwards as well. Those 2 guys talking the ear off me, I was like, man, you better hurry up. You better hurry up real quick. So there's a different option here then.
So, have you gone through...
There might be a Prince of Mischief. Oh, we can change here to approval from Heizhou talks fraud.
Oh, have they approved it already? The Tenryou Commission certainly has become more efficient ever since Kujo Kamaji took office.
So, what is Heizhou
Maybe this is your
Talks
option.
Fraud?
It's an anti-fraud public awareness event. Basically, think of it as a short play about fraud. We'll get a few people to perform an entertaining drama in order to raise public awareness about the issue.
Ooh, so it's a play? Paimon likes the sound of that.
I thought you were only interested in major cases.
Well, see, fraud is a major issue here. You've traveled between different nations. I'm sure Mora isn't really an issue for you. You have to understand that scamming the poor of their money is essentially robbing them of their lives.
Here it is, yes, for sure.
Left
Especially with
unchecked,
how bad
the
things were.
situation could potentially deteriorate into something more serious.
That makes sense. But will putting on a performance really work?
It's hard to say. Preventing crimes is more difficult than solving them, there's no doubt about that. But prevention is also a more worthwhile cause. Maybe only a small number of people who attend the event will ever actually encounter a scam artist.
But if it helps, so even like a few people.
And even then, of the handful of attendees who encounter said scam artist, I doubt many of them will be able to see through the scammer's ruse. But if even only one person escapes the clutches of a scam artist because of my event, then I'm willing to put on this play for that person.
Today we are the anti-fraud messengers.
Paimon taking up a new
Great.
calling.
First, we need 3 actors, 2 to play the scam artists and 1 to play the victim.
That's us.
I already have a couple candidates in mind for the roles of the scam artists, so come with me to the Grand Narukami
I thought we could have.
Shrine.
Wait, the Narukami Shrine? Okay, you're gonna find scam artists up here? We could have played the characters.
Ooh, if we're going to the Grand Narukami Shrine, are you planning to recruit Miko for your play? She'd be really good
She'd
at
be
acting.
fantastic.
Well, I guess you'll have to wait and
Let's
see.
see if you can upgrade our tree, by the way. We're close to getting enough sigils to be able to upgrade this, which is really cool. Imagine Yae Miku in a play, though. Mesmerizing.
Heizou, what are you doing here, you little brat? Oh,
He's talking to
and
him
the Traveler, too.
like
So, I assume you're here to see Lady Yae?
like he's not even a detective. I honestly don't know why we're here, or who we're here to see. Well, this lighting is good for you.
Hey, come on,
It's really good for you.
guys. Maybe I'm just here to see you.
Jesus Christ. He's a smooth talker.
Don't play your little games with me. If the Traveler isn't looking for Lady Yae, then you must be here looking for Etsu, right?
You still know me best, cuz.
Again, everything he says is just smooth talking for the most part. Etsu?
Please wait here. I'll go get her.
Huh, so we're not here to see Miko? Bummer.
I'm flattered, but even if I wanted to, do you really think I
Yeah,
could
no, I don't
convince
think it would
Lady
happen.
Yae
You'd have to have
join
some-
a little event like mine?
Some crazy dirt on her.
Get the Traveler to ask her next time. He can do it.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. She would ask us for a big favor. We'd probably, by the end of the day, be like murdering someone. You know?
Well, Hello,
really nice
Detective
hair.
Heizou. It's been so long since you last came to see me. You know, it's cruel to keep a girl waiting.
Hey, community service isn't all bad, is it? I'm sure it's better than prison, at least.
That's right. I was careless and found myself caught
Wait,
up in a
what?
case of
So she's an
fraud.
actual
Detective Heizou arrested
scam
me,
artist?
and I was sentenced to prison.
For the record, I'm not the one who technically arrested you.
Oh, come now, Detective Heizou. Don't pretend like you don't remember the part you played. You have a cold heart, Detective. Colder than an icicle in the middle of winter. How would those Doshin have nabbed me if you hadn't provided evidence of my involvement and whereabouts, They were so bland and functional. Not like you, Detective. When you took me down, you knew exactly
Can you imagine this?
what you were doing.
Can you imagine this? Like the police officer took you down. You knew exactly what you were doing.
So, how did you end up here at the Shrine?
I'm here doing community service, of course. After all the information Detective Heizou managed to squeeze out of me, he promised to help secure a reduced sentence from the court. But in the end, they hardly reduced my sentence at all. Even after serving a lengthy prison term, I am still required to perform community service.
Okay.
I have to spend the entire day sweeping leaves or wiping floors. Just look at
Oh
what the work
God,
has done
Manipulator
to
101.
my soft
The
and
thing though
delicate
about it is though, this
hands.
wouldn't be a terrible job. Sorry for interrupting you, Etsu, but this wouldn't be a terrible job because I really feel like, you know, the view would be worth it alone.
So, don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth.
I helped you get community service because you were credited with assisting the investigation. But if you find it too exhausting, I can always send you back to prison again.
Oh, come on, Detective
If you find
Heizou.
sweeping too exhausted,
Now
get to
you're
prison.
just toying with me.
Don't give me that. Listen, I'd like to invite you to the anti-fraud event I mentioned last time. It's tomorrow night, and you'll be a VIP guest. Let's see. Appearing in the event would be equivalent to, what, 5 days of community
That's pretty good.
service? How does that
That's pretty
sound?
good.
Only 5 days? That's hardly anything.
It's 5 days less. You'll be when 5 days is left on your community service. Those 5 days are like you'd be so glad of that.
5 days not enough? Okay. How about
Oh my
4
God.
days?
Hey, that's a day less than what you just promised me, Detective Heizou.
You don't want to mess with this guy.
Oh, my mistake.
Stop.
3 days.
All right, I'll go. Just stop playing.
You tried to play
my
with his heart. It was like you trying to touch Sukuna, and then he played with your heart.
And may I ask, will they also be coming as a guest tomorrow?
Hi, I'm Wanda, and listen up. I have a man back home. His name is Xiao. Don't even try it.
No wonder you're treating me so coldly today, Detective Heizou. Looks like you found someone else to keep you company. And what a charmer they are. I get what you see in them. I mean, you'd have to be blind not to.
Well, thank you, lady, but here's the problem here again. I'm trying to stay faithful. All these boys aren't making it easy, though.
Atsu, now's not the time. If I hear you talking like that to my friend again, I'll make your community service even more unpleasant than your time in prison.
I know it's not Pride Month anymore, but I love whenever we go to the Ibiko Shrine, someone ships us with the character we're with.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea they were your friend.
Friend or
Really.
roommates.
Well, now you do. Just be sure you're ready tomorrow. I'll send you the location, time of the event, and the script, so don't be late. All right, on to our next candidate. He should be in town right about now.
Okay. So that was really fun. That's really funny. Having a character like that. Like, again, I do love that this game has no problem with, like, just being like, hey, you're really pretty, and he's really pretty. You'll be pretty together. I love it.
Mr. Iba, how are you doing?
The first thing he says, you two should kiss.
Oh, well, if it isn't Heizou. Thanks to you, I haven't kicked the bucket yet.
Well, it's good to see you're alive. And well.
All right, out with it. I know you wouldn't come see me for nothing.
I see you're still sharp as ever, Mr. Iba. Look, have you had a chance to think about that anti-fraud event I mentioned to you last time?
You can forget.
So he's already missed about it? They talked about it?
I'm 71 this year. You think I want to make a fool of myself?
I think we're really cool.
Are you sure? You know, this event is very well funded. And now that the Sakoku decree has been repealed, I heard that your granddaughter Kazumi wants to take the chance to travel. If you participate, she can go without worrying about money at all.
Huh? How did you know? Sure, I paid a hefty fine at the time, but I can still afford
hefty
her
fine?
travels. You're Heizou's colleague, aren't you? How haven't you heard about this?
Well, it just so happens that Mr. Iba was a well-known figure in Inazuma back in the day. His Iba Trading Guild was even bigger than the current International Trade Association.
Oh my god, look at these connections.
Don't bring it up again. If I hadn't been misled by that foreign merchant, I never would have become a commercial scammer. Fortunately, young Heizou here has some respect for the elderly and applied for a probationary sentence. Otherwise, I don't think I would have ever seen the light of day again.
Well, if Heizou was so good to you, then you should help him out too.
He's not as innocent as he looks, you know. He just knows it's easier to get information when we're chatting outside. Ask him if you don't
be
believe
talking
me.
about he's just talking truths.
Those are some
Very
pretty
harsh.
words, Mr. Iba.
I can't believe this.
Anyway, I can't help you with that event or whatever
You can,
call
you're
it.
helping.
Ah, man alive. What should I do now? I already told Kazumi that you'd show up and caution everybody about avoiding fraud. I'm sure it'd be beneficial for everyone, and Kazumi even agreed to come and listen. How can I explain to her that you were too
He's
worried
so
about
good
being
with this.
embarrassed? She might even think that you feel no
Look at
remorse
this,
at
look at this handsome man. Look at this.
You imbecile! You should have told
Hey.
me about this first.
Hey. Don't be calling imbecile. Don't be saying imbecile.
Come on now. How could I have known that you'd refuse to participate?
Exactly. Look, like this man comes over and tells me to burn my foot. My foot's gone.
Why, you... Ugh. You sure are a crafty one, just like your father.
So you'll join us?
So he had a crafty father too, which is really probably where he
What
gets it
choice
from.
do I have? Using my granddaughter to force me into some event. People these days.
The world needs you to step up. I will send the time and place of the event as well as the script, so don't forget to prepare.
All right, very well.
Well then. Now we only need to find the last person to play the
Me.
role of the
I'll
fooled
do it.
victim.
I'll do it.
We don't want someone too clever for this role. Otherwise, they'd see right through this ruse and the
Oh.
drama would come to a grinding halt.
Me?
Not too clever.
Itto?
Oh, Paimon knows the perfect candidate.
Wait, I thought he was friends with Itto, but maybe it's just because it unlocks after you. Oh, now I know what it unlocks after you do the Itto thing. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I thought he'd be friends with Itto. That's why you unlock him, but it's actually because you get to talk to Itto now. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know that guy. I've seen him in the police station a handful of times.
He's always in the
though
police
I've never
station?
actually spoken to him before. Do you know where we can find
We
him?
actually can.
Well, we did just see a file called the Prince of Mischief in Hanamizaka. That's gotta be Itto. He must be in Hanamizaka.
Yeah.
All right then. To Hanamizaka we go. Oh, but knowing his reputation, I'll need to bring a little something along just to guarantee we can secure his
No, not the
participation.
beans.
You go ahead. I'll catch
Not
up.
the beans. Anything but the beans. Oh, he's just down here. Itto's actually going to be down here? I didn't think we get to eat Mito. Eat Mito. Eat Mito. I didn't think we had to eat Mito yet. Oh, there he is. He's playing freaking the Beetle game with a kid. Oh my god, we're going to see Itto again.
How about
It's so
that,
good to see
kiddo?
you.
My little Prince of
Whew.
Mischief's got some moves, huh?
Don't look at me like that. Don't judge me like that.
Guess that means your Onikabuto is now my Onikabuto.
They broke the mold when they created this man.
Itto, what are you up to?
Here's Mother Paimon.
Huh? Oh, Paimon, my compadre. This is a nice surprise. What brings you out this
We heard
way?
you were bullying kids is such a harsh accusation.
What? No, it's not. No, it's nothing like that. They let me look after their Oni Kabuto just for a little while for safekeeping, and then, once they've gotten stronger, they can come
That
and
sounds
take
like
them right
stealing.
back.
That sounds like stealing.
You win some.
No!
You lose
Hugo!
some.
That's depressing.
That's right, my little guy. Good attitude. All right, see you around. Okay, yeah, bye.
There's just no helping this.
Okay, bye. I should like to invite you to an anti-fraud event tomorrow night. You love performing as well. We've seen your performance with you.
Oh, an anti-fraud event? I'll level with you, compadre. I have no idea what that is, but if you want me there, I can think of nowhere
That's so
I'd rather
good.
be. Oh, except that there's this Oni Kabuto
No,
Battle
no,
Royale
no.
tomorrow night that I was planning on
No.
going to. Yeah, it's gonna
You're
be
coming
huge.
with us.
No holds barred. Winner takes home all the Oni Kabuto.
Okay.
And as you can see, my Prince of Mischief has a pretty good chance of winning this
Fantastic
thing.
voice
So,
acting.
if it was any other day, you know?
No, you're coming with us.
Do you think all of those Oni Kabuto together would be a match for my one?
No.
Here's a picture. Let me know what you
Are
think.
they gonna play? Oh, it's pretty.
Huh? What this? What is this? How'd it get so big? What are you feeding this thing? Look at those beautiful demon
Apparently,
stripes. Those razor sharp horns. Is this the fabled Emperor Oni?
They allow for a lot of like improvisation with this stuff, which I think is really good
This
for
is a small token we provide
the voice
for
actors.
VIPs. If you're willing to attend, then one of these will be yours at the end of the
Whoa,
event.
come on, Ito.
Whoa. Okay, I'm there. Wait a sec.
Who do you
Familiar.
think? Why does he look
Who are
familiar?
you anyway?
You mischief man.
And furthermore, do Oni Kabuto really come in this size? You're not trying to come.
No, he would never lie.
Because the more I think about it, the more I'm inclined to think that you're a contestant in tomorrow night's Oni Kabuto Battle Royale.
Okay, if that's what you feel it is, that's fine.
Yeah, you lost to me in a previous Beetle battle, and now you're trying to get the reigning champ out of the way. Without Prince of Mischief to contend
Ito.
with, you'll be free to sweep in and take all the Oni Kabuto.
Just come with us.
Am I right or am I right? Nice try, you little punk. 10 out of 10 for the pitch, but you picked the wrong victim.
Would you not trust us?
Okay. Then again, consider this. If your Prince of Mischief isn't competing, what's the point of me taking part? After all I'd stand to win is a bunch of puny little larvae.
He's
No?
so good. Again, everything he says is like tailored to the person he's
You
talking
stumped me
to.
there. You are completely right. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
The king of folding, by the way, Arataki Ito.
Sorry, my bro, my main man, my buddy. I had y'all wrong.
So,
His voice acting is so
you
bouncy.
sure this guy's our best choice?
My main man, my buddy. You know, like it bounces from word to word so well. Like he's really good with this character.
Yeah, see? I was already wondering if you were trying to con me.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I'm Shikanoin Heizou. I've seen you around a few times before at the police station.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I remember now. No wonder you looked so familiar. You were that guy who was in for stealing other people's Oni Kabuto, right? Listen, Heizou, hombre, did you apologize to them? You can lose like a man, you can win like a man, but you can never steal like a man. And that's a little Ito nugget.
That's an Ito nugget right there.
Ito! He works there, for crying out loud! He's not one of your fellow inmates.
Like, no one can deny that she acts like a mother constantly in this game, and it has to be intentional.
What? Oh, jeez. What's wrong with me? How could I forget? Of course I know you. I remember you now. For real, this time. You're the guy who sells lavender melons at the station,
Okay, Ito,
aren't
let's
you?
go. Let's go. Let's go.
A lavender melon seller? At the police station? Don't be ridiculous!
I know what I saw, okay? Several times now I've been sitting there starving in jail when this guy comes and slips me a few lavender melons on the sly. Didn't even want payment. Solid
What
guy.
is happening?
Yeah, that was me. But it was only because your assistant, Kuki Shinobu, asked me to look out for you.
Cookie.
What? So Shinobu was behind it? Wait, so hombre, you're
Hombre.
You're not a lavender.
Ito,
melon
come with
seller?
us.
Look, we're getting hung
Yeah.
up on all the wrong details here. The important detail right now is that I am the host of tomorrow night's event. And if you show up, the Oni Kabuto in the picture is yours. Deal?
Deal, done. But, could I get another look at that picture first? Just, a little peek-see?
You'll have all the time in the world to inspect the real article once the event's over.
Okay, sure. I can wait. So, hombre, is there anything I need to do to prepare? Because if I'm doing this, I'm bringing my A game, all right? No half measures here. I'm gonna do this.
We know you'll do well.
right.
We know you'll do fantastic.
He sure picks his moments to start acting responsibly.
Yeah, he can kick into high gear.
Okay, so for this event, you, my, bro, will be participating in a short anti-fraud play along with 2 other VIP attendees. The main
This is
thing
a really
we ask
sweet
is that
chapter.
you just relax. Try not to be nervous. I have the script, right here, if you want to take a...
Script? It sounds like someone's never seen the Arataki gang perform before, huh? Don't you worry, hombre. The Arataki gang is a little beyond the need for scripts. You'll see, this Oni Kabuto will be
We'll
well
take it.
worth your
We'll take it.
investment.
You, don't need a script? Wow, well, now I'm excited. See you there tomorrow night.
Yeah, look at these 3 pretty best friends in one place.
You bet. I'll be there. I'm gonna tell the gang about this, too. They'll all be there to support us.
This is a really sweet chapter. Right? Like it's more than I thought we'd get out of this. Like it's a very chunky. I have to wait till 8 o'clock, is it? But like I'm actually like very happy with it. It's actually kind of cool. Itto, of course, being someone who like is immune to like not immune to it, but like it's almost like he has to, you know, usually with the Heizhou he has to break down like a barrier when he's talking to someone. With Itto, because of the way he is, he not only has to break down a barrier, he also break down the cage and the force field as well. Because Itto's like very protected by his delusionary like feelings, his delusional feelings. Which is fair enough. Like, you know, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta be a little delusional, you know. And sometimes it can be healthy. Oh, here we go. Look at the talking there. All the characters. There's even a play. Oh my god, that's so cool.
It's almost time. Everyone ready? All right. Then let's get this show started.
So cool.
Oh, I can't wait, Mr. Heizou.
You stop.
Let's get going, Heizou.
Emperor Oni Kabuto, hang in there, Your Highness. I'm coming for you.
Such a beautiful man. Let's go.
It takes years to make a fortune.
Oh my god.
But only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Welcome to the first Heizou Talks Fraud. I am your eponymous host, Heizou.
The applause as well. Stop clapping if you would, please.
Okay. I'm delighted to have you all here today to explore the topic of fraud. To help everyone avoid becoming the victim of scam artists themselves, we thought we'd invite several VIPs with a lot of experience in this area to perform a little play with an anti-fraud message. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Miss Etsu.
Look at the little poster. Look at the pointing of Heizou there.
Mr. Iba.
Stop clapping. For you can clap for
And the
him though.
venerable gentleman, Mr. Arataki
Look at the poster in the background.
Without further ado, let the show begin.
The music starts. The actor takes the stage. And Heizou. Okay.
It was just another bright
No,
sunny day
they're gonna
when
do
a
it.
distressed Miss Etsu brought her elderly grandpa, Iba, into the police station to report a crime. There, they were greeted by a kindly Doshin, surname Arataki.
Doshin Arataki, please help us! My poor grandpa has been defrauded!
Doshin Arataki? You talking to me?
Yeah, it's you.
Perhaps
Yeah, the script
for
would have
want
been
of
good.
familiarity with the script, a confused look creeps over Doshin Arataki's face, and he asks himself that age-old question. Who am I?
Do not be artistic with this.
Yes, you are Doshin Arataki! You're Doshin Arataki!
Oh, so I'm in the play. Right, yeah. Okay, got it. I'm a Doshin, of course. Okay.
You got it. You got it. You got it, Itto.
Ma'am, can you tell who it was that defrauded your grandfather? Rest assured, the Tenryou Commission and I are here to bring them to justice.
I don't know. It was too late when I found out. They took all of my grandpa's money, and all they left was this note.
Doshin Arataki frowns as he realizes this is more complicated than he thought. He takes the note in his hand and reads it out loud.
I am the Raiden Shogun. I am currently being held hostage by the Crux fleet and urgently need 200,000 mora to secure my release. Please place the ransom mora on the north coast of the deserted island. When all of this is over, I will promote you to General of the Tenryo Commission.
He's shocked by the words.
It's the almighty Shogun. We cannot let Her Excellency come
This is
to
so
harm.
sweet.
But this is a scam, surely. I mean, 200,000 mora? Kinda lowballing it for the Electro Archon, don't you think? Shouldn't it be like, 300 thou at the very least?
Well, I sure thought so, but Grandpa's already parted with the money.
Well, then we gotta get it back. Is there still time?
Before I could go out to look for it, Grandpa received another note.
Doshin Arataki takes the note and reads it out loud.
I am Miss Hina. I am currently raising funds to publish a photo book. I urgently need
You're doing a good job.
300,000
He's doing a good
mora
job.
for publishing fees. In return for your support, you will receive a limited edition signed photograph.
It's Miss Hina. We can't leave poor Miss Hina in a tight spot.
You're right, Gramps. Is 300,000 mora enough? I can spare some too if we need to make up the difference. Maybe I can get a photo of Miss Hina too. I mean, we gotta help Miss Hina out here.
It's a scam, Doshin Arataki! Snap out of it!
Oh, right, yeah, no, yeah, 'cause
He wanted to
if
get
Miss
on the
Hina needed
scam.
funds, she'd come to me first, as her #1 fan. Why would she go asking this old geezer for help? These con artists don't know who they're up against.
Well, anyway, not long after Grandpa handed over the money, he received yet another note.
Doshin Arataki grabs the note and reads it aloud.
I am Arataki Itto. I was recently framed for a crime I totally did not commit, and now I'm stuck here in prison. I am in urgent need of 500,000 mora as bail. In return for your help getting me out, I will bring the whole gang over to thank you personally at your house.
Must be a scammer, surely. I've never heard of this person, and they're asking me for 500,000 mora.
Wait a minute. This is a scam. I'm Arataki Itto.
You are? But your name tag says...
Doshin Arataki follows Miss Etsu's gaze to the name tag emblazoned on his chest, which reads, Arataki Shmita.
What kind of whack job script is this? Am I me or ain't I?
So, the bail money?
Nope, no way, not a chance. Arataki Itto would never
Yeah.
ask innocent people for mora in order to post bail. Whoever wrote this is a liar
This is so funny.
and a cheat. And we gotta get out there and get this guy off our streets.
But just as Doshin Arataki is being overcome with righteous indignation, the sound of Miss Etsu's weeping brings his attention back to her.
I'm like, my head hurts from laughing so much and laughing and smiling.
Miss Etsu, don't you worry. We're gonna catch the people who did this.
Even if you do catch them, how are we ever going to get Grandpa's money back? Oh, whatever are we going to do about all those Onikabuto?
Onikabuto? Wait,
No.
what was that
No,
about?
no, it's a
Onikabuto?
play. It's a play, Ito.
Oh, well, Grandpa is a major Onikabuto breeder in our village. His are the biggest and strongest Onikabuto around. People come from far and wide to buy from him. We recently received an order that was too big for our current capacity. We were planning to expand Grandpa's facilities, but then we were swindled out of all of our money. Right after we'd signed the contract, too. If we don't deliver these Onikabuto
Oh, how's he gonna
on
react to
time,
this?
Grandpa will have to pay huge damages. Oh, what are we going to do?
Man, what's that saying? It's like, it never rains, but it snowballs.
Okay.
Exactly what we're
You
dealing
tell him.
with.
Etsu, my dear, don't worry. I'll sell the house if I have to. We'll find a way through.
But then where will we stay? Please help us, Doshin Artaki. All we need is the 500,000 mora that was taken from us. Can you help us raise it? Or maybe you could lend it to us? Grandpa's business is going very well. We just need help getting over this hurdle. Doshin Arataki, please. If you lend us the money, I'm sure I can make it up to you by...
I won't hear of it. As a public servant, I would never dream of taking advantage of a person in need.
Good man, Ito.
I was going to say, by giving you part
Oh,
ownership
no.
of the Onikabuto
Oh, no.
farm.
Oh, so that's what you were, yeah. No, it's not as enticing an offer as I was... wait, an Onikabuto farm, how many Onikabuto
No.
did you say you have? Because if it's more than, say, 10...
What are you gonna say?
10,000.
What? 10,000? Well, that's more Onikabuto than I've seen in my whole life.
I feel like he's switching in and out of reality right now.
Please help us. As long as we get through this, those 10,000
Oh god, you're done. You're done. You're done.
are yours to
You're
keep.
done.
10,000 Onikabuto. Hey, if I looked after them, they'd have little baby Onikabuto. And then the little baby Onikabuto would grow up and have little baby Onikabuto of their own.
Doshin Arataki is struck by a sudden wave of pure elation. His face breaks into a big, beaming smile.
This is actually really well done.
But what does he do next?
Miss Etsu, don't you worry. I'm gonna help you out. But 10,000 is too many. I can only accept 1,000. Wait, no, what am I saying? 500 Onikabuto. As a Doshin of the Tenryou Commission, it is my duty to serve. How could I abuse my position to take advantage of you?
He's such a good dude.
That's great news, Master Arataki. What a wonderful person you are. So strong and handsome and committed to doing the right thing. It's rare to find these days.
Yep, that's me. All right, there's just one final question that needs answering.
What question is that?
The question is... Where's my...
Yeah, where's the Mora?
Huh. Yo, Heizou, my hombre, question for you. What's my character's salary in the script?
You're in the middle of a
Also,
play.
any inheritance or other lump sums I should know about? Basically,
Ito.
can I afford this 500,000 Mora? I mean, Shmito, I can afford it. Can
Shmito, you're in a play.
Faced with a damsel in distress, Doshin Arataki fights to remain level-headed and asks that other age-old question. Where's my Mora? Suddenly, he feels a strange compulsion to slide his hand into his pocket where, it turns out, a bank check has been quietly nestled all along. He draws the check out and inspects it. Today is payday, and this is his salary.
He's just trying to keep Ito
The
happy
amount?
and keep the play moving along.
500,000 Mora.
Whoa, check it out! A check for 500,000 Mora! Where'd you come from, buddy? Miss Etsu, get this. Turns out I just got paid 500,000 Mora today. Well, here's your Mora.
Thank you so much. Master Arataki, what's...
She's very good. She's doing a very good job in this.
Doshin Arataki stretches out his hand. But wait! Just as he is about to hand over the check to Miss Etsu, he hesitates, tightly pinching one end of the check betwixt his two fingers. All he needs to do now is release the check, and it will fall into Miss Etsu's eager hands. But let go of the check he does not.
Master Arataki, let go!
Wait. Something's not right.
Doshin Arataki is having second thoughts. Has something caught his attention? Has it aroused his suspicion? Has he finally realized the truth?
So, this is an anti-fraud
You're getting
show,
it. You're
right?
getting it.
Huh?
A spark of intuition bursts to life in Doshin Arataki's mind.
Since this is an anti-fraud event, I have a question.
Is he about to ask the most critical question of all?
I gotta ask.
This is it.
Oh,
Here
what's
it
the question
comes.
gonna be? Oh, Paimon's excited too.
Does a Doshin really get
Oh,
paid this
Ito!
much?
500,000 mora. Enough to get an Electro Archon out from a hostage situation, then go pay for Miss Hina's publishing costs. You telling me the average Doshin can do all that on one pay packet?
Okay, Itto.
I don't know. Seems pretty fishy to me. Hey, compadre.
Are you talking to me?
What do you think? Am I being scammed here?
Heizhou! It's cheating! He asked for help!
Yeah, we love him for it, though. It's hilarious.
As the spark of intuition flickers and threatens to fade, Doshin Arataki clutches around in desperation, hoping to find a source of fuel to feed the flames of enlightenment. Traveler, are you going to help
Yes,
this
of
poor
course.
man?
Always, always, always. Itto, keep an eye for Etsu and Iba. There we go, yeah.
Aha! Etsu and Iba! So that's what's going on here. You two are the scam artists. You put on this damsel in distress and elderly grandpa
Get him,
act to
get
win
him,
my
Itto.
sympathy, then used a few cheap tricks to get my attention. Then you dangled the bait in front of me, waiting for me to bite. Darn it! I knew it! Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free, let alone 10,000 of them?
Yeah, you're right. See, look, you're so smart. Our smart
It's too
boy.
good to be true, and that's how I know you're the
There we
scam
go.
artists. You got a lot of nerve trying to scam a Doshin. You're coming with me, and you'll give a full confession if you know what's good.
Smart.
for you.
He's our smart boy.
Finally, with the help of his intuition and a little guidance from beyond the void, Doshin Arataki successfully avoided being defrauded. Not only that, but he asked a critical question. Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free? I ask you all, is there such a thing as free
He's
Oni
twisting. He's
Kabuto?
turning into
Free
something good.
Mora? Or does nothing in life
Yeah,
come
it's
for
just
free?
to be aware.
All right, remember, it takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Thank you once again for watching. Heizhou Talks Fraud. Stay alert, everybody, and see you again next
Perfect.
time.
Perfect. Well done, Itto. You can clap for that. Everyone can clap. All these boys are there. Look, it's the boys. The show ends on a high note with thunderous applause. Good. This time it's good for applause.
So, how's my acting? I think I did just fine without a script.
Mm-hmm.
Those two would-be scam artists need to up their game if they want to have a chance of taking me down.
You're right. You're definitely right.
Hello? Without that hint from the
No,
traveler,
no, no, no.
you would have handed that cash away without
That's all him. It was all him.
Right, yeah. I should thank him for the time.
It's okay. It's 100% okay.
But I pretty much knew off the bat that something fishy was about to go down, so, it was just a matter of time before I saw right through their scam.
Yeah, you get him. I believed in you all this time.
Seriously, oldest trick in the book. Who's gonna fall for that?
Old tricks they may well be, but the reason they've stood the test of time is that the ideal victim is always out there somewhere. People who are behind on the times, naive, socially isolated, or have cognitive deficiencies. Just because they don't always get noticed doesn't mean they're
It
not
happens,
there.
and like, you know, there's a reason why those free iPad things pop up on the screen is because they actually do work on some people, or did work on some people.
Scammers cast a wide net. Sure. Maybe
exactly.
10,000
Yep.
fish will escape, but they only need one catch for them to win and for us to lose.
Well, no more losing from now on. Not with me here to protect everyone. I think we can all agree that my performance today shows I'm savvy enough to keep the scammers at bay.
Don't be too confident. Anyway, Itto, my old... What was
Say
it
it?
again? Ah, yes, bro. Here's the reward
He's
you
gonna
were
give it to him?
promised.
Ah, music to my ears. Emperor Oni Kabuto, come to Papa.
Oh, it better be good. Don't trick poor Itto. Oh, you got it? Okay, it's good. It's
Look
good.
at those sharp horns and those beautiful stripes.
Oh.
Well, hold on.
No.
Heizhou, my hombre, why won't
It's
it
a
move?
freaking replica.
Hey, bud, move! Oh no, I think this
No,
one might have joined the
Itto.
big beetle battle in the sky.
It's a figurine, so not the moving
Oh,
kind.
why would you? That's actually mean. That's mean.
A figure? So it's a
That's
fake?
so mean.
Man alive, you seem a little surprised. Wait, you didn't actually think this was a real
You know he
Onikabuto,
did.
you? No, surely not. Itto, old chap, you must have
Old
seen from
chap.
the photograph that it was a figurine. Don't tell me you didn't notice. Really?
You little punk! Give me my
Yeah,
Emperor
man, that was
Onikabuto
nasty.
now!
Oh my god, no, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Save that picture as well. So we have like almost all of these done. There's one left after this as well, and I'm assuming it's probably to do with the play. If not, we can come back and do it another time because we've definitely spent a lot of time on this. Yeah, it's to do with the play. It's right here.
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble
And it's the choice you make during the
supplication.
play. I believe that's going to be the choice. Eight o'clock, is it? Okay. Let's go. Yeah, the final one. This was definitely a longer video.
It's almost time.
Yeah, we can
Everyone
skip all
ready?
this stuff though. Yeah, that Itto play was really, really sweet. Itto, just follow your heart. There it is. Yeah.
Follow my heart. All right then. There's no way a doshi
Like, it's
makes
really cool that they did this for a
500,000
hangout.
mora in a single pay packet. Two innocent victims, Miss Etsu and Mr. Iba, come to a doshin for help. And the doshin, what, whips out a 500,000 mora check? Yeah, likely story. There's only one possible explanation. Who's got two horns and carries around a fake checkbook? Yep, this guy. With this fake check for 500,000 mora, I almost swindled
saying
Etsu
he's
and
the-
Iba out of 10,000 onikabuto. The last
Oh, he's saying
thing
he's
these
the
poor
scam
folks needed
artist.
after the recent string of catastrophes they
Itto.
faced. My mind is blown. Craziest plot twist I ever heard. The criminal was the main
I
character.
love he's so
all
sweet. Like, how
along.
can a man that looks like I understand, like, this is the thing, you know, the definition of a himbo, staring at him for hours, but he looks like this and he talks like, but he thinks like this.
Miss Etsu, I'm afraid I can't let myself give you this fake check. But I will do everything in my power to raise 500,000
Itto.
genuine mora for you. Don't you worry.
What?
Yeah, just go with it. Heizhou? No, he did a good, no.
In the end, Doshin Arataki listened to the voice of his heart and narrowly avoided being defrauded in his own unconventional way.
This is the best thing
But
ever.
regrettably, he failed to ask the critical question. Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free?
There's the question. You turned it
I
around. Well
ask you
done.
all, is there such a thing as free Oni Kabuto? Free
Yeah, he
more?
asked this question.
Thank you all for watching. Heizhou Talks. Don't get greedy and you won't be needy. Stay alert and you won't get
That's
hurt.
good.
You never know where scammers may lurk. See you all next time.
There's the claps again. Very, very good stuff. The show ends on a high. We'll let him clap this time
Wait,
again.
my man, what did you mean when you said I avoided being defrauded? I thought I was the fraudmeister here.
Of course you were, Itto. You were the fraudster.
Maybe someone should have read the script. Miss Etsu and Master Eva were the scam artists. Duh! You were the one they were trying to scam.
What? Huh? I was being
It's okay.
caught? Darn, I can't believe they got me.
Well, you still managed to protect your money. In the end, they didn't
True,
succeed.
true. They didn't get the fake check. That was a real check.
Yeah, but that was a happy coincidence. They scammed me, and I fell for it.
Guessing it wasn't your first time either, huh?
It was such a cheap trick, too.
It's okay. It's
This
okay.
is killing me.
Like, Itto, like, if you came into this and did perfectly, and no matter what, remembered all your lines, it would not have been as good.
The trick is a common one for a reason, but don't underestimate it. That's how you end up being a victim.
But how am I going to protect my gang if even I get fooled by such cheap tricks?
Okay.
Don't blame yourself, old chap. In fact, you know what? I was also
Oh, because this is
conned
different. This is
today.
very different.
Yeah, me, of all people. Does that make you feel better?
You too, hombre?
You too,
No
hombre.
way. No, that's impossible. You're just trying to cheer me up.
Oh, no, it's the truth. Please, just take a
Oh,
look
he's
at the
gonna
present I got for you.
spin it and say that it was a yeah. Actually, very smart, Heizou.
Wait, why
Heizou.
can't it move?
That's just it. I'm sorry to say.
It's so funny how it's different this time.
It's
Oh my
just
god.
a figurine.
What? A figure? You mean it's a fake?
Yeah, and it's all my fault. I was duped by the Onikabuto vendor's false advertising. What a colossal fool I am. Taken in by a common street vendor? Ugh.
Really, really good stuff.
So you really were conned, dude. Let me take a second to let that sink in.
And like Ito, of course, takes him at face value right away.
Gotta say, although I didn't get my Emperoroni Kabuto, somehow knowing that even Heizou got conned
Because you're not alone.
In a good mood. It's strange.
Both times he's tricked poor Ito.
Maybe I'm sharper than I'm giving myself credit for. Great minds think alike, so me and my hombre here, kinda equally matched.
Yeah, we'll go with that, buddy. We'll go with that.
Hey, by the way, compadre, looks like you're the only one out of the three of us who didn't get conned today.
I wouldn't say that now.
But you better watch out. We got fooled not because we were stupid, but because those scam artists are some crafty dastards.
You're right.
I want you to have this figurine as a reminder
Ito.
of the fact that today, Heizou and I both got conned, but we both
That's so
grew
sweet.
a
Thank
little
you very
wiser,
much.
Too. I hope that whenever you see it, you'll remember how cunning those con artists were, and how difficult it was for Heizou and I to see through their schemes. Then you'll always keep your wits about you, and you'll never become a victim yourself.
Yep, that's right. No one will ever manage to con you.
I don't know. I'm like, I think that's like way I swear. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That's way sweeter. The tree undeceivables. One of us has been tricked, but it isn't me. It's not me either. It can't be me, right? Are you kidding me? And it just leaves a little flying lavender melon. They threw the thing to Paimon. That is the sweetest image I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I love to treat them together. This whole hangout was very long, but I actually really liked it. There were some aspects where I think like I think it dragged a little bit, and I think that was probably in the talking, the conversation when we were doing the detective stuff. But after that, it just picked up again. Like it was long, but I feel like I think we're gonna have to get used to longer quests as we're going into Sumeru anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. The Heizou stuff is great. I think as a character, he's very interesting. I think that he's very like how do I say, like, I think the way to put it is that he's very like he's a smooth talker. He's really good at like tricking people, but again, at the end, it like doesn't do a lot of harm because he is like very good at his job at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching this, guys, and thank you so much for supporting the series. Tomorrow, we will be doing the interlude quest. So thank you to Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yule, Radish, Fruity, Anusa, Ciabatterbed, Malcolm Conde, and V Mika, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. I'll see you guys very soon. Sorry, before we go, I want to say I really like Heizou. I really like him as a character, and I think he's really funny, and he's really cute, and his design is really fantastic also. Just want to say that before I go. Oh, and I forgot to do the thing, so let's do the thing.
Into the wind.